What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are having a nice little 2nd of January. Happy New Year. Got my first stream of the year. It's going to be a big one as we've got the semifinals of the Hidden Holiday Cup. Both semifinals. Hopefully we can squeeze in tonight. I do have about 4 hours, so I think we can get them both in. They're both best of fives. Get a quick reminder of our competitors here. I'm going to go over a couple of the guys real quick before we start anything else, because I did a deep dive on kind of the lowest 6 players before the quarterfinals. So now I've got a little bit of info ready on our next 6 players. And those next 6 are going to be our highest elo guys. Let's see our list one more time. See the brackets for the knockout stages here as well. We've got Kevin McAllister, Ralphie Parker, Buddy the Elf, and the Nutcracker remaining in this tournament. And they could be any of these people. So Sebatero, of course, is a streamer, we know. Let's see some of these stats. Seba is more of like a meta player in general. I think he's actually streaming right now. He's probably going to come join us in a little bit. But as you can see, he likes to play Aztecs. Celts, maybe Goths. So maybe an infantry player? Looks like he loses a lot of late games, but wins a lot of middle. Okay, so that's interesting about Seba. So maybe not the best late game player, as he does lose more than he wins. But yeah, Sebatero, of course, he's around the middle of the ELO in this tournament. Argentinian streamer. I'll check him out if you guys don't know Seba already. Yeah, he's got like he's well-rounded, I would say. He doesn't have like one thing that he's like great at, but he doesn't really have anything that he's really weak at either. Definitely wouldn't be like the player that I'd think would be the strongest player in the tournament, but also I would think that he's like, you know, right there solidly in the middle. Okay, so that's Seba. Then we've got Hernux. Now Hernux is one, and if you can see now his rating, 1336. This is a player who I thought would be towards the top end of our players. So this is one that I definitely think could still be around. Hernux is from Seba's community. Hernux does stream a little bit himself. Wow, same thing for Hernux. Late game, he seems to struggle, but wow, look at these early games. He's just dominant. So that's something we can definitely look at. Ton of games for Hernux. A lot of Franks, Persians, Magyars. So maybe a lot of cavalry. Does have some Britons in there as well. Interesting though, these win rates, especially this low late game win rate. Definitely gonna want to look at that a little more. Let's see if he has any 1v1s recently. Okay, he's been playing Hernux on Budapest a lot. That was somebody's home map. Playing some Arena, some Arabia. Okay, interesting. Very interesting that we see some Budapest played, because this is a home map of one of the players that's still in the tournament. So Hernux, definitely one of my one of the ones I'm thinking is still around in this one. I don't know which one, but I'll be paying more attention. Oh, and look, it's Beige. Beige is here in the chat. Beige, so we're gonna look at your stats here a little bit. Beige has been playing some Arabia, Enclosed, some team games. A lot of Arabia. Arabia was a home map of two of the players left as well. Yeah, who's this person? Take a look at the stats. I hope this is your profile. Okay, so a little bit more even for Beige, although we do have a 15 to 25 minute, pretty low win rate there. Lots of Bulgarians. I don't think we've seen a lot of Bulgarians picked in this tournament. A good even spread other than that. Ethiopian 62, Magyar 75. Have seen some Magyar and Ethiopian players, I think. A little bit of Franks. Playing recently, too, in Arabia, so a couple hours ago. Hope your games went well, Beige. So stylistically, I don't really know too much about Beige. I know that he is up there towards the top of our ELO range. Not quite as high as Hernux has gotten, though. Wasn't that crazy? 1,300 already for Hernux. All-time high of 1251 for Beige. So it's a strong player. Pleasure to have you in the tournament so far, Beige. I'm glad you got to catch a little bit before you went to bed tonight. Koalolo. Another one that I don't get to see too much of, but you can see overall Water Nomad. There is a Water Nomad home map also. Let's see, what's the ELO right now? Okay, they don't even... Okay, it's team game ELO, so we don't even have a 1v1 ELO. So probably not a lot of 1v1 games. Oh, actually playing in a calls tournament a month ago. And then, oh, played a 2v2 with Mike. Look at that. Oh, cool. So not a whole lot to browse here for Kololo. I know he did say he was a player who excelled in eco and was trying to get a little bit better aggressively. Look at this spread. He literally has played like a couple games with every civ. That's wild. So that doesn't really help us out a whole lot in trying to figure out who the heck this is. Hmm. 50% win rates. Okay, maybe another one that's... it seems like a lot of these guys struggle to win games later. But we'll have to do some more digging for Kololo because I don't know too much about him yet. Okay, so here's Bent. Now, Bent gave us that big write-up about how he liked horsies. He is in the 1100s, so could definitely be one that's still around with us and could be one that's out. Berbers, Huns, Persians, Magyars, and Lithuanians. Looks like playing some sort of tournament here a couple hours ago. A lot of team games for Bent. Some Arabia games. So Bent was one that I think we... Oh, and look at this. Not the greatest win rates in the mid game, but late game Bent very good. Another widespread amount of plays, but mostly Berbers. All right, Bent. And finally, last but not least, we got Mike Jett himself, Super Kingman. Obviously, stylistically, we know a lot about Mike Jett. He loves his Goths, loves his infantry. Been playing a lot of team games, it looks like, not a lot of 1v1s. Don't really need to talk too much about Mike Jett. I think, you know, what we need to know about Mike Jett, we probably know from watching him stream and play. 301 as the Goth. Nice win rate with them too, 57%. And wow, actually a 1-1 with the Romans. That's not surprising. But yeah, so that is our full complement of players there, guys. We've seen a little bit from each one. Yo, Boxer, Semi's got me, Semi. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Welcome in. Here's what we got on the menu for tonight. There are 4 players left. Actually, I can separate these like this. We got Kevin McAllister and Ralphie Parker facing off. And then we'll follow that up with Buddy the Elf versus the Nutcracker. So some exciting stuff on the way. We're also going to have co-casters with me tonight. I've got Sarum's going to be joining me any minute now. And then a little bit later, we've got JR Goes Boom. These are our home maps, Boxer Saint. They're best of 5 sets, so there's a possible of 5 games. The other 3 games are randomly drawn by my admins, Duke Canada and Azure Sentry. Another shout out to those guys for doing all the tough admin work for this Hidden Cup tournament. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, we saw Ralphie, we saw Budapest. Hernux was just playing some Budapest. So maybe one of these guys is Hernux, which would kind of line up for me. Like, I thought the whole way, Kevin McAllister is the only undefeated player so far. And Hernux, as we saw on the ladder, has gotten up into the 1300s. So this could definitely kind of be a a clue that maybe Kevin McAllister has like seen this home map and wanted to play a couple games. Yeah, the win-loss ratios, well, when there's so few games on some of them too, it's kind of hard to tell, when there's like, oh, they have 30 games and a 60% win rate or 80% win rate or something. Then in the second set, we've got Buddy the Elf, who's only lost one game in the tournament, almost as strong as Kevin. He picked Arabia as well, so a couple of Arabia bots as our top-seeded players here. And then Water Nomad for the Nutcracker, who's had a crazy run so far. Is only a couple games over 500. Actually, both of these guys are only a couple of games over 500 in the tournament. But they've made it all the way to the semis. So congratulations to all four of these players. Two of them are going to make some good money in first and second place. And one of them will win some money as the third place winner. Of course, they all can still win money with the Fool Me bounties. If they fool me, the other casters, or the chat, they're going to make a little bit of spare change, probably about $20 to $30, depending on how high our prize pool gets. Now, speaking of, you can see the prize pool there is at $12.38, and it's $13.88. Yo, Telly, what's up, brother? Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you, brother. Telly, of course, is, maybe, was, could be, still is, I don't know, in the tournament. Have a feeling I might know who Telly is, though. One of the players just screamed Telly to me, so, hey, Jade, how's it going? Welcome in. Oh, I do have something to announce, too, guys. The final, I guess I should put this somewhere. Let's go here. Live final is Sunday, January 7th at 1 CST. So, live final. I'm going to stream all day Sunday. I'll probably go live even before this. I don't know how much earlier than that I'll go live. But I'm going to stream like 6 or 8 hours that day. We're going to have a third place game. We're going to have the live final, of course. We're going to have the reveals. We're going to have all the guesses. Lots of fun stuff planned next Sunday, or this coming Sunday. So please, if you have free time on Sunday, come check us out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're playing for all this money. I'd like to get this to $1,500. We're about $112 away from where I think would be a perfect kind of goal here. So I think we'll get there or very close to it. But yeah, again, today we've got Kevin McAllister against Ralphie Parker. Kevin's 6-0, looked really, really strong in all his sets. Came out of Group A, I believe. No, came out of Group B. Up against Ralphie Parker, who did come out of Group A. So it's kind of the number 1 player from Group B against the number 2 player from Group B. And then on the bottom half, we got Buddy the Elf, who is the number 1 player in Group A, versus the Nutcracker, who is actually the, I think was the second rated player. Second or first rated player out of Group C. It was in that tight Group C bracket, but Nutcracker is the only player to come out of Group C here. So, a couple players out of Group B, and 1 out of Group C and A in total. One more look at our semifinal bracket. And since we do have these characters, we've had some people that didn't know Snow Miser and Heat Miser. I think most people know all the characters, but I figured since we are kind of still in the holiday spirit, and maybe some of these guys don't know this. Yeah, Telly, we're gonna try and do all of them tonight. I do have a couple of clips. So my favorite clips, and this one I just found. Maybe you guys have or haven't seen this, but I thought this was great. So. Enjoy this Kevin McAllister clip.
Change, you filthy animal.
This holiday season, it's time to rediscover a classic. Kevin McAllister is back.
What was that for?
Except this family is a little weird around Christmas.
That day you left, I had to defend our house. I was just a kid, and you left me home alone.
The drama.
It's the anniversary of a Christmas classic.
I'm sure you never forget your anniversary, do you?
No ring on this finger, ma'am. No one's been able to tame this wild stallion.
But after spending decades in prison, the Wet Bandits
The AI's just
are finally released.
just
Every
unbelievable
day
in this
I
clip.
sat in that prison cell. I thought about the kid. He's gonna pay.
This time, it's not just me home alone. I need to defend this house for my family.
Get ready for Kevin's final
Should we
showdown.
check the window?
No, we have to go around to the back door.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you don't think I know how to break into a goddamn house?
This holiday season, Kevin McAllister is back. But this time, he's not playing by the rules.
And breaking news, a Chicago man has booby-trapped his house with guns,
So this is like
explosives,
a
and possibly
fan-made
tarantulas. A SWAT team
Trailer
is currently
for a
en
movie
route.
that doesn't exist.
Kevin!
All units report. We have 2 elderly gentlemen being shot at, lit on fire, and struck with blunt objects. This is an extremely violent crime.
You can ignore that.
These are 2 old men possibly about to die very painfully. Are you sure you want to ignore this?
You got something to say about that? Nice try, Kevin. Nice try. Trout sniffer.
I thought it was pretty well
Home
done.
Alone. Kevin's Revenge. This time, it's personal.
So I hope everybody knows Kevin from Home Alone. Obviously, that's a pretty obvious one. But you might not know Ralphie Parker. If you're not familiar with the Christmas Story, this is our man right here, Ralphie Parker, and we're hoping that we can see him do a little bit of this tonight, beat up the bully. Oh, Beige, you gotta check this movie out. Yo, what's up, Louie, though? Content for your face, my friend. We have 2 semifinals coming tonight.
Listen, jerk. When I tell you to come, you better come.
One of those semifinals has this young man, Ralphie Parker, in it right here.
Cry for me. Come on. Cry.
Deep in the recesses of my brain, a tiny red-hot little flame began to grow. Something had happened. A fuse blew, and I had gone out of my skull.
And I do think this is what it would be like today if this is what happened, because Ralphie is up against Kevin McAllister, who looks like the strongest player in the tournament. So he's going to have to do some bully beat-ups. Just like this. With Chat just hanging on the fence, rooting him on.
You Thornton, over them nipple, bang, gunk, stinking piss.
Ralphie, did you hear what he said? Holy smokes!
I have since heard of people under extreme duress speaking in strange tongues. I became conscious that a steady torrent of obscenities and swearing of all kinds was pouring out of me as I screamed.
All right, so classic Ralphie Parker there. Yeah, if you've never seen A Christmas Story, you're definitely missing out. So I would recommend it heavily.
Come on.
All right, so Kevin McAllister, Ralphie Parker. We'll be starting up very soon for you guys. And it looks like Serums is ready to join us, so we'll bring her in just a moment. I have some housekeeping to do, so if you guys will give me just a minute, I'm going to leave you with our Hidden Holiday Cup anthem, which I have just enjoyed so much listening to over and over and over again with you guys from my good friend Al Koldner. So listen to this tune. I'll be right back with Serums and some games.
It's a cloudy day outside and the windows are fucked up. The holidays make me wanna watch some Hidden Cup. Getting my hot chocolate ready and some gingerbread too. HHC by Capture Nine's gonna be something for you. The players identities are hidden, so you never know who you're going to face in this scenario. This will be another glow. Let's play some games. Enjoy the Christmas time while watching some H. It's a hidden holiday. It's a hidden holiday. It's a hidden holiday. Cup. It's the hidden holiday. It's a hidden holiday. It's the hidden holiday. Cup. The whole month of December we'll be casting some games. The only difference is that we won't know the names of the players. Only secret identities. Let's see if we can turn friends into some enemies. And then when 12 characters will be left with one. The holiday character who takes it down. So grab yourself a drink and reverse that frown. Cause it's a hidden holiday. It's a hidden holiday. It's the hidden holiday. Cup. It's the hidden holiday. It's the hidden holiday. It's the hidden holiday. Cup.
That's right, guys. Hidden Holiday Cup. Semifinals tonight. Ralphie versus Kevin. Buddy the Elf versus the Nutcracker. One more time for Al Koldner making the best AoE music around. Shout out to Al. Thanks again, man. All right. Well, I think it is time to bring in Serums. Serums, are you there?
I'm here. Hello, hello.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here with us.
I'm happy to make it. I'm super excited, actually.
Yeah, semifinals, it's really getting down to the end here. It feels like it flew by, but yeah, super exciting. Like the matchups are looking like they should be good ones. And there's two really, really strong players who, between the two of them, have only lost one game in the tournament.
Crazy. It should be a really good set then, or at least I hope it is.
Yeah, well, so the first set we're going to do with Ralphie and Kevin. Kevin is 6-0. He hasn't lost a game. He looked incredibly strong. If I pull up my list here, his home map is Arabia. So he kind of looks like, just strong Arabia, meta player. Played a lot of, if I remember, he played a lot of like early archers in his early games. Ralphie is 7-4 and has picked Budapest as his home map. So 7-4, kind of squoze through, if you will, to
Squoze.
Yeah. Squoze on through to the next stage as my game crashes. Lovely. But yeah, 7-4, and he's picked Budapest, which is a switch from the first round of games. Because we did not have a Budapest home map. So they changed it up and switched to Budapest. Oh, Sarah, they're asking for you to go up a little bit.
Okay. Do you want to turn me up? I can also turn me up.
Just let me know, guys, in chat there if she sounds good now. I mean, it sounds good to me.
Okay, testing 1, 2. Hopefully it's better.
Yeah, Beige, if you can just help us out and let us know as we go here. I have you up to like 160 already in Discord, so I don't want to.
Okay, I can turn my mic volume up a hair and see if that's better. A bit more? Okay, give me just a second. I can try.
Yeah, no worries. We got plenty of time because my game crashed, so I'm loading back in. Okay. So it just sounds good to me because I'm in my headphones, I guess.
Okay. Is this any better, guys? I moved the mic a little closer and turned it up.
It's definitely louder to me. Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you guys for getting us straight there. All right, so game loading up. And yeah, super excited to get into these semifinals. I've got about 4 hours I can dedicate, so hopefully we can squeeze in both. I do have JR Goes Boom coming later on, Sarah, so hopefully we can all three at least do a couple games together. That'd be really fun.
Sweet.
And we can kind of go ahead and jump into this first one. It'll take me a minute or two to get there.
All right, I'm getting capture age loaded.
So, just a quick reminder to everybody. I know most of the people that are here have probably been following, know what's going on in the tournament, but there goes my game crashing again.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just clicking too much, I think. I need to let the beginning sequence play without clicking, and then it should be fine. But yeah, Hidden Holiday Cup Tournament, guys. Hidden Cup, just like T90s, with lower elo streamers and Twitch chatters. So, thank you, Jade. I appreciate it. If only that were true. But yeah, we're all the way down. We had a group stage. Everybody played, each player in their group, 4 players, 3 groups, for 12 total. 6 of them made it on to the next round. And we've got 4 left. Sarum's pulling double duty, modding and go-casting. Thanks for that.
No problem.
I never understand those things. Like, do they like get people to click a bad link, or do they sell something? Like, I don't understand why those things do that.
I mean, some of it might be legit, but you know, it's just paying for like fake viewers, probably.
Okay. Okay, actually made it past the opening sequence and can get into game number 1. So we did see the home maps, and it was Kevin was Arabia, Ralphie was Budapest. So I see game 1, Sarah, is Budapest, which kind of makes my stomach turn a little bit. You know, it's not my favorite map.
Yeah, I mean, it requires a bit of 8 p.m. It's like the start is really fast. There's a lot of things that you have to do very quickly. I think it's very common to get super housed on this map because you're producing out of 2 TCs. So we'll see how much idle time they end up with. But yeah, I mean, the start is just a little bit tricky, but then it's really smooth. It ends up being a very boomy post-imp map a lot of the time. So probably, you know, the player picking this maybe likes to take it a little bit later, and likes a boomy game.
Yeah, if I remember, Sarah, the last game that we saw, because we did have a quarterfinal with Ralphie's home map, and I think it was Huns versus Huns on Budapest, which makes a lot of sense on a map that you're going to get housed on a lot. But we don't see any Huns in this one. And I'm going to get pulled up here. I'm at 14 seconds.
Okay, I'm at 34, if you want to catch up to me. There's some chat that went on, but I missed it.
Yeah, they needed to do bans, and I guess they banned Mongols and Huns. They must have forgot. They must have forgot to do that previous to the game. But looks like they got that sorted.
Yeah, I'm at second. Let me know when you're at 34 seconds, and I'll start.
Okay. I'll run it a little bit. I'm going to look at the idle TC time until we get to 34 seconds here, just to check. Yeah, so Ralphie already... So Ralphie, this is Ralphie's home map and already has 13 seconds of idle TC time versus Kevin's 4. So, okay, I am at 33 seconds, Sarah, so we can go in 3, 2, 1, go. Yo, welcome in again, Sheffy. Right. Hello, hello.
Wait, my capture age is frozen. That's
okay.
Always a good sign. Give me a second.
No worries. I'm frozen I'm stopped at 50. Only 13 seconds still from Ralphie, so he righted the ship.
Glad to see the piece of software that I work on is working beautifully right now.
I wasn't going to be the one to say it.
Okay. Hold on. And what do we got here?
Give the doggo some camera time.
Okay, it's working now. What second are you at? Let me get to you.
Second 50.
Okay. Okay, I am there. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Boxer says at least it came out as a piece of software. And not a... Could have been worse. I'm always interested with this, what the scouts are doing after they pick up the sheep, or in this case, cows. Because if you have 2 scouts, you can pick off villas, right?
Yeah, aggressive players would send them forward before the other player gets loom and try to pick some off as they're going to the wood line. Because if you deny a lumber camp here, it can be really big. But I think that players tend to click loom pretty early because they get housed.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I think that they can be dangerous.
And we do have loom already for both players, I think. Nope, not for red, but we do have loom for blue. And we do have Bulgarians as the pick for Ralphie. And we did just see, as chat's pointing out, we saw a lot of beige playing the Bulgarians. So that is something we need to think about, you know.
Blue is sending a Vil forward. Is this a sneak?
Yeah, this is a... one Vil, no protection from the scouts, just right up the middle. And okay,
maybe this is an accident.
Yeah, it must have been an accident. Wait, and now it's just hanging out. Okay, now it's going forward again. I love Beige in chat. Beige has been great with like the, it could be me or it couldn't be me. I don't know.
Okay, both players have a lot of idle TC now.
Wow, almost 2 minutes.
About a minute 40
yeah.
for each. Yeah.
How about a dock, Sarah? When do you dock on this map?
I like to dock fairly early. I mean, there's a lot of hunt, so like pushing deer is probably a little bit more worth it in the beginning. But honestly, like if you put 5 on wood, like right after you take the first boar and you put a dock out.
Sarah, look at the blue bill.
Uh-oh.
Just passing. I don't think we saw him. Wait, did we see?
I think we did see him.
Yeah, because we're chasing him, right?
Or yeah, it looked like that.
But we didn't.
Where's he going?
Like, he's going back into the TC, it looks like. Oh, this is scary. He's going to try and lame something. Telly says accidental.
Maybe he's trying to...
Accidental
Maybe he's
sneak.
trying to sneak dock.
Ooh.
But, like...
Why would you sneak dock from their side, though? The water's so long. You can just sneak dock right next to you.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth it if that's what that is. I mean, you idle that Vil that whole time. I mean, you don't even know if Red is docking.
Yeah, it's interesting. And here come the Red Scouts. And, yeah, I mean, because you have these 2 Scouts...
I mean, they're gonna look now. They know.
There's also a bear there, Sarah. So
oh god,
we're gonna live through the bear, but and the scouts are gone though. The scouts are not gonna chase over there, so he might just forget about this. Sheffy says he's 100% sure it's not there on purpose. It definitely didn't look like it was there on purpose.
I mean, he clicked it all the way through the middle and then to the right. So there's, I think something is going on. Maybe he accidentally clicked it out and then he was like, oh, well, I have a Vil out there. I might as well do something with it. I do that sometimes if I have like a wayward TC point, but
yeah, that's a good
so
shout.
Early in the game, I don't know. I mean, this map is big. You have to walk a long way.
And the way they did it too, with like no scout going with them and the Vil just kind of like coming back after it was halfway and then going again, like... It definitely feels like one that they accidentally put out there, and then we're like, well, let's just go ahead and do it. And their scouts are completely kind of idle. You know, not doing anything with the Vil. He's walled himself in, though.
I mean, even as a sneak Vil, like, it's just so early to, like, do anything. You can't afford a barracks. Like, you can't afford anything, you know?
And what are you sneaking for? Like, I guess this is a pretty wallable map, but, like...
Oh, the scouts are going now. Ooh, they still haven't found him yet.
And
he's walling himself in.
He's giving himself more room with the wall in.
I mean, and he's spending all that wood walling and re-walling.
Yeah.
Like, he can't afford anything right now.
I think it'll be a dock there eventually. But yeah, not very fast.
But why? Like, imagine if he had just built a dock at home and then he'd have 2 fishing ships out already. But instead, what? He's back there and he can't even afford a dock.
Yeah, makes no sense. But again, probably one of those mistakes. Barracks coming down from Kevin.
Like, you don't even know if your opponent is docking.
And his opponent is actually docking right there, so...
Yeah, but he's docking on the other side
Yep.
now. So it's not a sneak dock.
So at least put that villager to work and let him do that. I guess you're trying to keep your fish safe, maybe? I don't know. This is crazy. This is Ralphie's home map.
He's...
Boxer. Ralphie's home map. And Kevin has not lost a game in the tournament.
Our scouts are fully idle in the middle of the red TCs. Okay, he's clicked them away now. What is Persians going to do here? Is this just an FC? I mean, we don't have enough gold to click up, so the build is a little bit messed up if we were trying to do that.
Yeah, I mean, could just be... you do get that little bit of a bump for the Persians when you get the faster production, right?
Oh, it's so messed up, though. We don't have enough wood to put the blacksmith down, and we don't have enough gold, so it's pretty...
Yeah, it's not going to be a fast castle. And Sarah, look at what our Sneakville has done. Okay, I have no idea why. But Blue doesn't even have, like, a building yet. I mean, they have a mill and a dock.
We did take some...
Oh, and there's a death. Ralphie lost a bill somewhere.
Maybe to a boar.
Yeah, it must have been. Jade says, "What in the Gunner Tatty Rush is Ralphie doing?" He's not even like that's not even an attempt. He's got these 2 scouts here too that he could be possibly sniping with.
Okay, so Persians is up now.
And there's 1 bill down.
Uh-oh.
By Kevin. Good job. Same thing going on the other wood line by Ralphie. Let's see if he can get any villagers or just some idle time here.
Will he get this?
He's not really focusing down the villas, but he is idling quite a few of them.
So Persians is on stone, which I don't really know what the play is there. Maybe just for some map control. I mean, we're not going war elephants, I assume.
A Vill down for Ralphie, so getting a little closer on the Vill count. Castle Age about halfway done already for Kevin McAllister though, and Ralphie has the resources, but why aren't we? Do we not have the buildings?
He doesn't have the buildings. He doesn't have the buildings, and
coming down now. But yeah, he's gonna be late. He's gonna be behind this, and you know, on the Budapest map, it can really snowball just because you do have so many more villagers than you would normally have at 13 minutes in a 1 TC start.
Yeah. Both players struggling. 6 minutes idle TC for Persians, 4 minutes idle TC for Bulgarians. We clicked up super late. Now we're having to panic rush, what, a barracks?
Yo, I will heal you. How you doing? Yeah, barracks being forced down, and that's really to put a stable down, right? Like, I mean, you probably aren't making...
Well, we already have a barracks.
Oh, that's right. We already have... I forgot. All right, both scouts go down. Good job by the villagers.
Like, I don't know, maybe he was trying to get a spear out for the...
Yeah, the starting scouts. I don't know what the deal is with that.
I don't know. Now we're heavy on stone, so it looks like a Krepos play from Bulgarians.
And there is a stable coming down from Ralphie. Oh, it's a castle.
Bill's coming forward for Persians.
I don't like that castle very much. Let's see what kind of scouting does he have to make that decision for the castle, as he gets rated a little bit on his gold by the 2 scouts. Yeah, with the scouting that he has, I don't like that castle placement at all.
I mean, it's not the best and it's not the worst, I would say. I mean, honestly, he could put it more forward. It's not as if Bulgarians has anything or is even in Castle Age yet.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like, I would stick it... Like, you could stick it right in between those 2 golds and make it really aggressive.
Yep. And as is, you're caught. And if you get caught and there's a couple of units out, you could even, like, throw up a tower or something real quick and deny this.
What you can do is just
look
make
at
a
the
few
Krepos.
spears and try to put it even more forward. Yeah, oh, okay.
What in the world? This is going to be like a little, like, trapped in base over here. Okay, he's deleted.
Okay, now the
I
Krepos
love
is gonna
this.
go up there. Okay,
I love this from Ralphie.
Red needs to delete the castle. This is never going up. This is never going up. Delete the castle.
I mean, he didn't send enough vills. This is great from Ralphie. If we can jump into the Krepos too, we're going to kill all of them.
Is it 50%?
Elevate said castle's going up. I don't think so, man. I think this can range. And there's more vills coming forward.
No, the more vills are going to be on the corner.
Can it range? Oh, we need to get fletching so bad right now. Yeah, I think the castle will go up, as there's this little spot that this Krepos can't really reach.
If he makes a ram, though, it's in such an annoying spot. Like, how can he defend the ram? Because he's going to have to, pop out a war elephant on the other side?
That's true. He's the Persians as well. It's be tough to pop that out. Yeah. But that castle is going to absolutely destroy that Krepos. It won't even take that long if there's some bills in it, and he does pop the bills right inside. Castle could even make a couple of petards. Ooh, but I love this on the backside. He's making the Krepos in the original spot he was going to. And he's going to trap all those vills there. That's an interesting play.
Out as well already. Yeah. Oh, he does make a war elephant, actually.
Yeah, so the war elephant comes out, and it's going to go right to the castle and to the Krepos, excuse me, and try to do some work. Not too bad.
Just need a monk, though.
Couple more war elephants coming too, and yeah, when the Bulgarian player sees these war elephants being produced, that should be the first thing that's his thought is monastery. But he's busy dropping a castle at home to defend against this Krepos. I think that was a little bit of a panic.
Now he has to, he has a stable randomly also in the south, which I didn't even see the vills go out there, red, but
nice raiding from Ralphie in the north with just 2 knights, but 3 knights now, but he's getting some good raids in. First Krepos is going to go down. More knights on the castle that's going up. No military from Kevin yet, except for these war elephants. But that Krepos at home goes down for Ralphie. Yeah, where are they?
There's knights in the back of each player's base now. This is very messy.
Although Kevin has not realized, and Ralphie is Not realizing either. Okay, he's just realized. And the war elephants are going to go straight to the TC. I don't think...
But they're attacking farms.
Yeah, so he does requeue the mirror. Yo, JR, what's up, man?
Yo, this TC's gonna go down. He has nothing against that.
Look how fast! These Persian war elephants. He does have a couple monks on the way, but there's knights there too. They're not going to be able to pop out. And
I think he's dead. I think he's dead.
4 Persian war elephants. That's it.
He'll lose all of these vills. I mean, he has the other TC. Like, we're still ahead on vills, but he loses everything here.
Yeah, because Red has lost all his villagers at home there. He's actually making another TC right next to his first TC.
Yeah. Red needs... Oh, blue knights are in on Red's wood line, so...
Oh, on the second wood line, yeah. And if you look at the vill count, I mean, 20 vills up for Ralphie.
And then there's blue knights over at the other wood line as well, if he just clicks them in. So, I don't know. I guess he's not dead. It's
and we got a conversion.
For both players right now. Yeah.
And we got a second conversion, and these conversions of these war elephants is going to be huge, because that is 400 resources every time you get a conversion there.
We need a few more monks for the other ones, though.
Yep. More monks would be great.
Okay, he's building another monastery on the other side.
Great idea. And he's got Krepos that he's trying to just kind of drop all over the map as well. Saw him try to drop one earlier.
Oh, Blue's knights are in on the other wood line on the north now.
Oh yeah, these knights in the north have been there the entire game. I mean, as soon as Castle Age came in, every vill that's gone there has died. It's been a ton too. 17 vill kills.
Sneak vill.
17 kills. Oh yeah, I didn't even see the stable they came from.
Wow.
It got the
Blue
value.
is building a TC right where his old TC was.
You know, that's okay because now you have monks, right?
Yeah. And he's building a third TC on the other side. So he's like, I'm just going to boom it out while there's elephants running around here. But I think he can defend this now.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like Kevin was just going to steamroll it for a second there, but Ralphie getting the monks out as needed, and as the monks convert these war elephants, there's no army left for Kevin once again.
The vill count is almost even now.
Oh, because the fishing ships.
The elephant is going to deny the TC. Use the monk!
Yeah, come on. Okay, we will get this.
He'll get it. Delete, 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 delete. Oh, come on.
And
okay, now the elephants are in on the stone over here in between the two castles.
Kevin is really keeping himself alive in this game now, based solely on the pawns. I mean, he has lost so many villagers on land to these just like 5 or 6 knights.
The fish is really helping.
And he continues to add too. He's up to 19 fishing ships now. And there's a lot of villagers dying for Ralphie. I'm not sure where they died, but there was 20 more vills or so. Bulgarian elephants are terrifying, yeah. You don't want to be run up on by Bulgarian elephants.
Still getting raided on the north by the knights. It's super annoying.
Yeah, we've never done anything to deal with these knights that just keep popping out. And, I mean, there aren't even any villagers out in the north now. And
look at this vill in the north.
Do a Krepos.
He's going to put it there.
Now, that's where you put the Krepos, too. Right between... It could be a little closer to the TC, but right between these two golds...
The disrespect. Okay, he's sending the elephants up north now.
Yeah, but like what for?
I guess to clear this sneak up here.
Just to run away from the monks, I guess. Like, you know, it's not even really... I guess maybe he doesn't know how little of a sneak it is up there.
Is he going to add scouts or something against these monks? I don't know.
Pike?
Where even... Oh yeah, his stable is in the south. Everybody's buildings are everywhere right now.
Yeah, this is very strange. He's getting husbandry for his elephants. I don't think elephants is the play here. You've seen your opponent, who is good monks with Bulgarians, already making a bunch of monks. I don't think you want to go elephants. But these elephants will kill these knights finally if the knights decide to engage, and they do. Kevin continuing to add villagers, and Ralphie has stopped... Oh no, Ralphie's just queued up for more villagers, so...
Well,
and we've
Persian's taking a big vill lead now, I mean, with the fishing ships.
But Sarah, look what we got on the water finally from Ralphie. in the North Pond,
Oh,
we do have a fire ship.
that's big.
So yeah, you gotta stop this fishing. Although I doubt Ralphie even knows about this dock in the south, or
No
all those
way.
vills, and I doubt he
He
knows
won't
about
even think to check it.
Yep, and then he's not going to get to this one in the west either. And there are the elephants going to take out. Oh, and he's making pikemen though. He might be able to garrison enough pikemen to at least like kill a couple of those elephants. I don't think he'll get all of them though.
Persians is gonna try to defend his fish here, but I don't know. It might be a little late for that.
Yeah, we'll see how the micro is because there are a bunch of fishing ships out, and if you're not microing your fires, you can definitely lose 2 fires to 1. Another TC. These double TCs being added by both these guys. Right next to each other.
I mean, I don't love that that doesn't make any sense. Like, you don't even have enough food eco to sustain the TCs that you have. I mean, I know it's cheap for Bulgarians, but you need to put down farms.
Yeah, and like, you've seen war elephants, so like, what is 2 TCs gonna do to like 8 war elephants anyways?
Yeah, like it doesn't give you any extra protection because it's right beside the other TC. Like, add a dog, add fish, or add farms.
Okay, here's the
Like,
5...
to fix his eco.
5 a little bit weakened war elephants against, it's going to be about 5 pikemen. Only 4 pikemen, but 1 down.
They should eat those.
Yeah, the elephants just
yeah.
destroy.
So Persians is up to imp now, and I think it's going to get really tricky for Bulgarians. I think what we need to just do is just add some light cav and with our elephants, and I don't think there's really anything Bulgarians can stop it. Or just crossbow. Like, the trash bow behind with the war elephants is an insane comp.
Yeah, I think I think Ralphie's going to be behind by too much here as this gets to imp, because I do think trash bow will be a consideration.
I mean, it's not as if Persian's eco can sustain any of that anyway, though. I mean, he's on 71 vills. Like, imp into what? Like, 1 more war elephant? Like, it's about all we can afford at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to want trebs, and he does not have any wood, or any wood coming in, so he's going to have to buy that. He does drop a castle at home on this Crepo, so he's going to lose a bunch more vills trying to get this castle up.
Bulgarians is getting ballistics? Why?
He does have a few Crepos, maybe that's why he's... But yeah, I don't think that's a...
Ballistics for war elephants? I don't think we need that.
We have our monks, right? Yeah. We don't need the ballistics for that stuff. A lot of vills dying, though, for red to deny this, or to kill this Krepos eventually. 72 to 46 the vill count, but 20 fishing ships, and those 20 fishing ships are getting a lot less efficient as we go on, so something to think about, but so much food rolling in for Kevin that is not coming for Ralphie.
Yeah. Like I said, he just really needs to, like, fix his eco. Like, he's floating 1,600 wood. Just spam farms right now.
And it's another Krepos. I don't know why. Another Krepos. It will deny a couple more farms. Maybe just 1.
Persians is adding light cav for the monks now.
Okay, good decision there.
I don't... The monk will see his stone getting stolen there in the south as he goes for the relics.
Oh yeah, he does. And
look at this.
Just passing.
There's stuff everywhere. There's 1 vill mining the stone by the dock in the south.
So these converted war elephants, like we talked about, are pretty big. We're going to lose one here, though. That sucks, because you have monks to heal that back up. So just 1 war elephant.
Honestly,
that you keep.
like, we need our own monk to heal up our war elephants, or just garrison them into the castle.
And we have enough light cav that we can kill all the monk.
Well, we got ballistics, but there's nothing in our TC.
We have pikemen out, too, that can kill these light cav. The light cav are engaging on the pikemen instead of the monks, and the monks have nowhere to hide now, as the TC is going down to trebs, and all the monk will go down, and Ralphie has a lot left. He has a score lead, so he's not going to give this up just yet, but it's looking really rough for him as Imp is still a ways off. Not too far, but it's going to be at least 3-4 minutes till he gets there. Another forward castle.
Persian's eco is so fragile. This map, you can really rat around. Like, there's a lot of resources all over. So, like, you know, if he can if he can survive and, you know, like balance out his eco a little bit, like there's still a chance because it's not as if like there's a massive amount of army out yet.
Yeah, and the villager difference is not in his favor either. So, I mean, he has stopped making vills at 77. We need to make vills. But, you know, it's doable from here.
Yeah. Halb and Monk should kill all of this.
It's going to be, can we delay enough to get there? We've put a couple of barracks down that are unfortunately a little close to where we're being pushed, so those barracks might go down quickly. Probably need to be rebuilding some barracks somewhere. And instead we're building more Krepost. I mean, I wonder what the idea is here. We're getting arson as well. I don't know what you'd get arson for.
I mean, we're gonna try to get into pikes, but we just don't have the eco to sustain it. Like,
yeah, floating 1,200 wood now, with a lot of food needed to produce these pikemen. He did make a couple more barracks, so that's nice. And pikemen will get a good engagement here on the light cav, but the light cav can be recreated by Kevin with 20 fishing ships.
Another castle coming.
Man, this just a chain of castles. The map control is going to be silly. Now.
I mean, our own castle would be better here than a Krepost.
Yeah, and once we do get Imp, we've got all these Kreposts down. What are we going to make out of them? You know, we can't do Trebs out of Krepost. Exactly, so we don't even have a castle on the map. We're just now putting one up on this gold. I like this placement of that castle, but... Oh, what? Quick wall. Very nice by Kevin McAllister to keep those pike and knights out. Man, so exactly kind of, I guess, what you'd expect from a Budapest game to start off this first semifinal set. Complete and utter chaos.
Was this exactly what you expected? I'm not sure I expected war elephants on this map.
I definitely didn't expect war elephants, you're right. But the chaos is, yeah, just like the hour-long idle TCs, these military comps that are just, yeah, a little bit strange. And this kind of drawn out Imperial Age is what I think we'll get now, is we've got one corner kind of being camped by Ralphie, and Kevin has really taken the entire rest of the map. A lot of pikemen out now for Ralphie, but he needs to have them in the right position, and I don't know if his plan is to go try and snipe these Trebs or what the deal is, but there's castles just everywhere from Kevin McAllister.
Yeah, the castles are the problem. I mean, there's no military that's really out on the field. It's just that we need to push these castles back. We need to get some Trebs out.
Yeah, it's literally just like
Cav.
Like
gold
Cav
anywhere.
Yeah.
Like all we have left is that gold that's beside our last castle, and we can't afford Trebs. Can't afford anything.
And look at this, 50 Halbs out for blue that just can't really do anything. And he's protecting himself, but protecting yourself isn't going to be enough at this point. He is in the score lead by 1,500 points. And hasn't made the Vill since Imp. And Kevin's just going to be happy to kind of slowly put the squeeze on. I would love to see these Trebs get a little more forward and start taking out more important buildings, but for right now we have no military, and the military we have is just being thrown to Krepost fire. Two-handed swordsman now being created also in the north for Ralphie. And we forget with those infantry free upgrades, he might be looking to like dive the castle. But yeah, he's just throwing.
No, you need to save that gold, and you need to get a Treb out to clear this. You need to retake that left side, otherwise you're gonna be out of gold.
Yeah, he does finally have the castle up, but he's not making a Treb because he doesn't have gold or wood.
Yeah. Now he's teching into capped ram. I don't really love that either. I mean, light cav can deal with that pretty easily. But I guess with Halbs, like, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, you need something. We need siege to push this back.
Yeah, we have to have siege, and I guess with one castle, he's thinking maybe siege ram is better. Here go those Halb. And, this is going to be... I guess maybe these Trebs will die. But all of our Halb are going to die here. And the villagers are going to repair... Yeah, so we don't lose a single Treb, and we lose... I think that was 30? 20 or 30 Halb there that we've just lost. Another castle in a completely unimportant location for Kevin McAllister. Who's playing...
I mean, honestly...
Go ahead.
Ralphie could go up to the north now. I mean, that castle is gonna die to these 2 Krepos.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, and so, like, he could take gold up there. Okay, let's see if he denies this one. This castle in the south.
Yeah, I should deny this because there's literally no army. I mean, he can just attack the castle at this point and probably kill it.
Yeah. Rams.
Oh, and the ram... Yeah, two shots from the ram.
Yeah.
2 shots will kill... Actually, 1 shot might even kill the foundation. No, not as strong as I thought.
Delete it!
But this one's going to go down. And it does go down, yeah.
Wow.
And there's no army, so you can just push. Just hop in your rams and go push the castles. He's got like 100 Halb.
It's like...
Go, 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 go.
He's not dead.
Go, go, go.
He's not dead. He needs to just push this back.
There's even a Treb popping out. He denied the other castle in the south. Man, this was such like a kind of like a safe... just like scared, I want to say, play from Kevin. And if this ends up being the first game that he loses in the tournament, it'll be a big throw, I think.
I mean, now Persians is going to try to get into Trash Bow to deal with the Halbs. To which we have Krepos everywhere. We can just get into Conic.
Yep. Trashbow aren't even going to do that well against the Halb, really. Like,
well, with the Rams, I mean, what do you do with the Rams?
Soaking that fire in. Castles will go down.
We denied another castle in the south as well, so we'll push all of this back now.
And everything's dying in the north. All your vills, even the TC is going to get denied by these 2-handed swordsmen. Kevin's got to feel like it's all going south now.
I mean, he never added any vills either after he hit Imp. So, I mean, it was just like imagine if he had fully boomed. Like, there would be no way that Bulgarians could ever come back here.
Well, and the strange thing, Sarah, is you're exactly right. Never added vills, but never added military. I mean, the only thing this guy's made in the game is, like, light cav and crossbow and
you cannot
5
sustain light cav and war elephants off of 18 farms. It's just impossible. You can't do it.
I think he may have overestimated how much fish he was going to have. Like, the fish gets worse and worse as this map goes on if you don't redock and stuff, so...
Yeah, you gotta add farms at some point. But, I mean, he had Krepos all in his, the north side, so it was a lot to deal with.
And, Sarah, look at the population! It's 180 pop to 80 pop. We have siege. We have units on all sides of the map, and all of that map control that Red had about 5 minutes ago where I said it was just this one corner versus the rest is almost entirely gone now.
Yep.
This is the 3rd or 4th castle that's going to go down.
Yeah, he has nothing to do with these Rams now.
And Krepos...
all the res that Bulgarians is floating.
Krepos is going to retake this gold and make it really difficult for the crossbow to engage at all. And this
honestly, we can just go onager as Bulgarians and win. Like,
I mean, even the two-handed swordsmen are fine against the crossbow, right? They have like +5 pierce armor.
Yeah.
Oh, Duke wants us to look at the res collected. Yeah, Ralphie with 15k more res collected. And he is taking down Persian castles with halberdiers, guys. It's ting 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 ting. Yeah, there's not much more to say about this game, is there? It's just all over.
Persians is dead. Yeah, he's dead. Like, he just didn't boom enough behind all of this.
And this is going to be the very first loss of the tournament for Kevin McAllister. I mean, just wow. Ralphie has been really impressive in the late game with his unit control. Like, he's had his Halbs around his siege. He's kept his Treb safe.
This was Ralphie's home map, right?
Yeah, Ralphie's home map. Ralphie's home map. So
yeah, like I said, that it's probably someone who likes a late game, who's likes coming back and like sort of, playing these big transitions. So it makes sense.
So I think we did just see DM Bent was like the only person that had like a better late game than he did early game, statistics wise, anyways. This really does kind of feel like beige to me, Ralphie. But it could definitely line up with someone like Bent, who has won like 60% of his late games. Mm-hmm. What a comeback. I never saw that coming, though. Like, until it actually happened, I didn't see it coming.
I kind of called it, right? Like, Persians had nothing on the field. It's like only castles. Like, it's not enough, right? This map, you can sort of rat it out quite a bit. There's a lot of gold on the map. So, you just gotta to balance the eco. Persians had a real chance to kill, just didn't have any military to back it up.
Yeah,
but I think the later the game goes, the better it gets for Bulgarians. Like, I think Persians match up really terribly against Bulgarians, like, in the long run. So, yeah, you gotta kind of kill early, I think.
And Sarah, the MVP of that one is our dumb villager that went into the middle of the map and then ended up being a little sneak villager. Those 2 or 3 knights that he kept producing out of that one north stable, I think I checked about halfway through, they had 20 kills. So it
was insane. And then he built those crepos, completely taking away all of that north gold, and then
with the one bill,
denying like all that farm space for the longest time with that one villager. So it actually did pay off.
Yeah,
surprisingly.
Absolutely crazy, and he actually ends the game with the only war elephant on the map is in his control.
Yeah.
So fun game there, game number 1. I hate this map. I hope that we don't see it again for the rest of the tournament, but. If Ralphie
casting it is fun, playing it is not so great.
That's true. It was a fun, eventful cast for sure. It gives my brain like scramble, like it hurts to watch this played. But great game from Ralphie, and Kevin has got to be a little shell shocked, I think, after that game 1. Just a reminder to you guys: these are recorded games, but they're in the order that they happen. So. Kevin would have known he's the favorite. These guys know the results of the tournament so far. So, I don't know. Do you think he's going to be worried at this point, Sarah? Or just like, that's the other guy's home map. I'm not worried about it. Let's go to Arabia. Let's whoop him on Arabia, and we'll be 1-1 going on.
Like, it's hard to say because we don't have a draft, right? I would say that, like, I tend to look at a draft to know how much someone is counting on a map. Like, if Persians were their number 1 pick and they used them on Budapest, then I would be like probably a little bit worried. But if they were like the last pick and they were not prepared for this map anyway, then they might just be like, okay, that's a throwaway. I'm gonna like wreck them on the maps that I did prepare for. So it's hard to say like what they're thinking when it comes to these civ picks and some of the maps, but it's because they're just sort of free picking.
Yeah, you definitely can't like look forward to what they might do on the next map. I mean, we do know that Huns and Mongols are banned. They can't repeat, so we won't see Bulgarians from Ralphie or Persians from Kevin anymore. All right, Beige, thanks for hanging out. I know it's late for you, so have a good night. Yeah, there could be 9 more games still coming, so... speaking of there possibly being 9 more games, Sarah, we've got a second co-caster in now for us. JR goes boom. Amazing. What's up, JR?
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Welcome in, man.
That first game was a banger, but they have to be kind of tired. Just watching that game, I get a little tired, and playing that game is got to be pretty draining. I'm interested to see how that goes.
So JR, let me get you these games real quick, man, and then we'll hop right in. All right, so Ralphie and Kevin sending over to JR now. And yeah, we'll hop right into game number 2.
Sounds good.
I want to say a quick thank you again to you guys who are casting with me throughout the whole tournament, JR and Serums. I appreciate it very much. Hope you guys in chat are enjoying the co-cast from these guys. And
Absolutely.
I'm just waiting for my capture age to load up, and we'll get started.
I think that this has been nothing but a success, Joe, all in all, and so I love being a part of it.
Yep, we've done everything I wanted to do. I mean, the prize pool was way more than I expected. We've made it all the way to the semis. I have no clue who most people are. Nothing has been spoiled or anything. Everybody's been great. So, knock on wood. But definitely has been a huge success so far, and I look forward to doing it again next year. With maybe
a $3,000 prize pool.
Yeah, maybe with a different ELO group for sure.
If you had said $1,500 prize pool at the beginning of this,
I'd have laughed. Yeah,
you're kind of crazy.
Yeah,
but it's awesome. I'm hyped for it.
I definitely would have laughed. Okay, I'm at 27 seconds, guys. I'm gonna let the dog out real quick while we get caught up, and I'll be right back.
Sarah, how are you doing? Did you have a good holiday?
I did. It was pretty relaxing. I just chilled, and after Christmas and doing the family thing, I was a big potato, so I accomplished exactly what I wanted. What about you?
No, I had a really, really good Christmas, and yeah, I totally agree. I potatoed very hard, basically from the Friday of New Year's to Monday, so it was nice.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm kind of glad it's all over, though. I need to get back into a routine. I really messed up my sleeping schedule.
Man.
Yeah, I think holidays just make there no sleeping schedule. That's been my experience, at least.
Sleep.
Just forego all of that.
Sleeping and eating schedule for me.
So many Starbursts, huh, Joe? Just nonstop.
Dude, actually, I got that one share bag of Starburst, and I think I ate it in 2 days.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm at second 27, guys, and here's what I will try to do for this one. I would love for you guys to kind of take the lead in the cast. I will do my best to just spectate and try to be as jump in as I get my chances. But I want you guys to go ahead and take the lead for this one. So let's get queued up at 27 seconds, and then you guys can take it from there.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm there.
I'm there.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty. So we've got Magyars versus Ethiopians on Arabia. What do you think about this, JR?
Two really solid civs. Two civs that are played on Arabia pretty often. Whose home map did we say this was?
Kevin.
This is Kevin's.
And Kevin picked Magyars. I just would not be shocked to see a scout build here. I would like it probably more if it was a man-at-arms build. A pretty fast man-at-arms build, but I think we'll probably see a scout build from Magyars. And Ethiopians are just a really, really solid Arabia civ too. So I actually personally think both of these civs are obviously win rate wise really good on Arabia, but just flexibility wise they're actually both rather flexible, especially Magyars.
JR, I think we've seen Kevin do man-at-arms a couple times. Amina, hello.
Yeah, I think so. And I think man-at-arms, especially at this elo, is just better. I really do. If you can do a good man-at-arms, even if it's a somewhat good man-at-arms at 1100-1200 elo, that sets the person back significantly farther than a good scout rush, in my opinion. Because scouts can be countered significantly easier at this elo man-at-arms. The timings can be really damning. In my opinion.
I think men-at-arms versus Ethiopians makes a lot of sense. You're probably going to want a range anyway because Ethiopians is most likely going to play either men-at-arms or straight archers. So I think that it feels better to defend against that. Even if you just fight your man-at-arms versus their man-at-arms, because you can't really engage too much with scouts. I mean, Magyars maybe a little bit because you do get the attack upgrade, so it can defend it off a little bit better. But yeah, I guess it just depends. At this elo, when you're microing man-at-arms, you're also tending to idle a lot. So it's like scouts, I think, is a little bit easier to sort of macro behind during feudal. So, you know, it can hurt more than it helps. It just depends on how well they're sort of like paying attention to things at home.
Yeah, true. And I agree with you do want to range against Ethiopians. Like, you just want to kind of anticipate that because I think to get out of feudal without having to make skirms against Ethiopians, like, you're going to be very, very lucky if you can do that. And I think I think we'll see the Magyar player have to open a couple skirms. I would not be shocked by that.
Yeah. Well, we only have 3 on wood, so it does look like it's going to be scouts from Magyars. And then, yeah, there's 4 on wood for Ethiopians, so I'm guessing that this is going to be probably some men-at-arms or archers play here.
Yeah, I like the back gold for the Magyar player. The forward berries, not as much, but if it is going to be scouts, forward berries doesn't matter as much because you should be putting the pressure on them anyway, so...
Well, I mean, if you know, depending on how good Ethiopians build is, if they go, you know, really fast up, like, you know, 20 pop like men at arms, getting taken off your berries when you're trying to go scouts can really hurt because you need the food.
That is true.
And his berries are super exposed. I like Blue's map way better. He's got back berries, back main gold, back wood line. Yeah, it's much better than what Magyars is working with. They do have a back gold, but it's just that berries like right under the hill. It's a little tricky.
Sarah, you would wall to the TC, right? If you're blue, wall from woodline to woodline, or woodline to TC, woodline to TC. Most likely.
Yeah, you could if you wanted to go small. Yeah, I think that you could just sort of do a little bit of an egg wall here, and be completely fine.
If I'm playing against Magyars, I don't think I'm ever trying to wall big early. Because also, if they are going scouts and I get caught out, that's really, really problematic because bills die significantly easier to plus forging scouts, and men at arms can just grab big walls.
I think if you scout like the wood and you see that they're going scouts, just a few small walls around your wood line, that's all you really need to keep them out.
I agree.
Guys, look at Kevin just taking straggler trees with 7 bills here.
Yeah, I don't love that. I'm not really sure what that's all about. I think a second lumber camp is what you really need, especially like when you think about it, like man at arms, you always kind of want to go, like if that's what you think your opponent is going to do, like, because if you get taken off one line, you're kind of dead. It's a bit greedy, I would say. But what the heck is Ethiopians even doing here? We're not on gold, and we don't... So I'm not 100%
This farm
sure.
is very weird to me.
And I think JR, I think we've seen this too. I think this player has done 1 farm on their Arabia game in the past. So this is like a, you know,
I mean, there are
something
some
they're
builds that 1 farm
comfortable with.
alleviates a lot of pressure from, right? But not an early. I mean, he went up with 20 vills. So the assumption is this is not an FC. This is not a heavy macro build even.
Maybe
like,
archers or something. Yeah.
I mean, I think it can't be because we're not on gold.
Yeah,
Like, I think it's
true.
out. But I would.
Continue.
I think if it is scouts, it's terrible. You really don't want to be Ethiopians going against Magyar scouts. But maybe he's just going super greedy and just gonna play spears to defend this. And then just try to get up really fast. So, what were you gonna say, JR?
Well, I was just gonna say I like Kevin's build a lot. Only 7 seconds of idle TC time, going up on 19 vills, has enough res to afford big walls.
Yep.
I would probably rather see the first woodcutting upgrade, to be honest, here, as opposed to some of these walls. But if you're gonna commit to big walls, you need to get them down.
Now we're gonna send what 10 villagers to gold,
Yeah.
and now we're getting a range. So this is a really strange build.
And he is getting a spear out right away, so he's ready for scouts, and that is what it's going to be from Kevin. He's also trying to pick off a vill, and he might get one.
It'll be close.
Why did Ralphie wall
Very
like
nice.
this into scouts? And assuming it was scouts because he already started building spears. I'm kind of confused.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, why not just have those house walls in front of the gold? Now your gold is completely exposed, right?
Like, you wall from this left-hand side wood line to your TC, right? And then... And you just say la vie.
I mean, And by the time the archers are out, because we can barely afford them, we don't have enough on wood.
Can we snipe these farms?
Like,
Blue's running around 6 farms. Oh, he didn't do it.
Didn't do it.
Oh, did you guys see that though? Next to the gate, the scout just ran straight past it. So that's a hole.
I was watching the scout micro from Kevin, and actually has done a really good job. Kept really low HP scouts alive against double spears. Moving the low HP ones away has actually been pretty solid.
Yeah, super annoying. Yeah, I mean, I don't cast CSGO games, unfortunately, so I don't think we can cast, but...
okay, these scouts are really annoying, but he's sending them in kind of like one at a time or like two at a time, and that's not great. And once we get the spear out, we can defend this. But, I mean, we're not really able to make that many archers. Like, we have 3. He's not really queuing any more than that.
We're also not queuing villagers, which is
yeah.
really bad.
I'd love to see Magyars just finish the wall, and then we're completely safe at home, and we don't even have to go a range, honestly. But instead, he's going to put a very forward range out, which I think is a bit risky.
You don't put this. You don't ever put this range up. I don't think. I really don't. I think this range continues to be a wall at least.
Imagine,
because now
yeah.
Burns just get sniped if there is a mass of archers.
Oh, the archer pops out. We're going double range now for Ethiopians.
He does have like 4 or 5 archers, so you know if he gets to that back gold.
Oh, he does have fletching actually. I didn't see the blacksmith go up, but it's right there beside the first range.
Yeah,
so yeah,
Ralphie opted into fletching and archer armor and has stopped build production for about 3 minutes during this middle feudal age. I think archer armor is a mistake in my opinion right here. We don't need it yet. We really don't.
Yeah, we really don't need that at all. All we need is 1 spear with our archers, and then we're completely safe against the scouts.
Yeah, and we have spears out too. He's just not here. Hey Yamcha, how you doing, man? Welcome in. Yeah, 3 minutes idle TC for Ralphie there.
And we're going to stone? I don't understand that.
Ooh. What is...
Yeah.
Either Ralphie is a big brain, or or this is just very confusing. Like, this could be a late tower rush. I mean, we have 6 farms down, not nearly enough to be thinking about Castle Age.
I was thinking maybe like a defensive tower play, but like you're against Skirm and Scouts. That's not, that's not what you want to be doing.
I'm really not sure.
He's just gonna fight the Scout Skirm with his archers.
Oh, he's forward with the archers. Just walk in. Just click them in. There's a hole right beside the gate.
There's literally a hole, and he won't click inside there. He could also just walk around the back, which is still open and has like 5 idle bills on it.
Just click in.
We clear the scouts and the...
Oh, I think he did. I think he did.
Oh no! He's gonna attack the gate, which
they don't want to listen to you.
It's still open.
When
it's
he clicks it,
still open.
When he clicks the vills, he might realize it.
Yeah, they might just walk in. Oh, just click something, please. And now it's solved.
Wait, can we talk about something that I like to talk about all the time, which is score lead lying to us? Because how in the world does Ralphie have a score lead here when down 5 vills?
Well, he's got armor, or he's got military. Kevin's military all just died in the front. Like 100% of it got cleaned up.
And also, Kevin just clicked to Castle Age, so that's gonna make his score go down.
Well, yeah, he just clicked. The score actually went even lower now.
And we're not gonna get in though, and we're not gonna do any damage for Ralphie.
We need to wall at home.
Yeah, it's just gonna be knights all over the place.
Yeah.
Is there another hole? There's another hole! Right hand side!
Oh my god. Okay, this might give him the time that he needs, because we're so far behind.
Look though, instant quick wall and tower. Really nice, I think, from Kevin. Maybe even like a little bit of an overplay if he quick walled like that. But that's gonna stop any pressure. Really nice tower.
Okay,
We
we need
only
to send
do
our
have one
archers.
stable.
We need to send him home because, well, yeah, I guess if he's only one stable, it's not that bad. But you know, 4 nights is gonna clean all this
Yeah,
up.
and
We need a
Magyar
blacksmith.
too.
We really
Yeah.
need a blacksmith for +1/+2, actually. Probably above everything.
Yeah, these archers are not even killing villagers; they're just shooting a farm. Yeah, you could try to go
getting
camp
him
the
off
tower.
of the farms is pretty good, right? Like if you expect him to go knights, then like him losing all of these farms here this hurts. All right, so what's he gonna do? We don't have bloodlines.
I mean, it's another stable. I really think blacksmith is actually more important. I think +1 armor is more important here.
Yeah, +1's huge.
These archers can still kill knights. 100%.
Yeah, the knights.
And Ralphie's not gonna run. He's just gonna stay and camp the hill and click Castle Age. He's got a shot here.
I mean, it's risky. Like if you don't know if you're like, because he hasn't been able to click like a scout to see what the upgrades are like on the knights. Like you'd expect this player to have like at least +1 defense and bloodline, so he doesn't know that. So it is risky to just stand there. He does have a couple of spears and a decent mass of archers, but
Kevin's not making
I don't
knights.
know.
He's just not making any.
No, he's making a siege workshop. He's been a little indecisive. So now he made a double stable, but he doesn't have the upgrades. Now he's panicking a siege workshop, but he's gonna get taken off wood over
He's taking off wood, and and he doesn't have wood to do anything.
Is this gonna be a forward castle? Is this gonna be a forward castle from Ralphie? Imagine a forward castle on this hill. Buy all the production and buy this 4-tile gold.
Yeah, but we're off stone now, and we're not taking it anymore. So I guess that was the intent.
I think we could have used for it. Not. Oh, what is this house? That's wild. But...
He can't even afford out of the siege workshop like a mangonel.
Yeah, I mean he's no wood incoming either. I mean just put down this lumber camp and he has now 18 bills on it. But okay, 1 knight pops out. We're now making a couple more knights.
Screwed him over. He was playing really smooth, and now he's like full panic.
Well, to be fair, there was what 3 holes in the wall.
Yeah,
found one of them.
He's got a mango queued up now and a couple of knights. If he's really good with his micro, he can clean all of this.
And where that mango is gonna pop out, okay, it's the blue might get the crossbow and Bodkin also, and he is to instant pikeman. So those 2 spears that were with him have turned into pikemen. Is he gonna try and make an escape here?
How does he get out?
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake from blue.
Oh
yeah, he's
boy.
Way overextended. He needs to get out.
Oh boy. Crossbow and Bodkin coming at the same time as this mango shot.
Boom!
It's scary, isn't it? It's just scary.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, so he took 1 big shot.
Oh.
That was a lot of HP loss there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, almost 300 HP lost in that 1 shot, and there's another mango, and oh no. Oh,
my god,
no.
don't shoot the house. Oh no.
Oh, we're not paying attention. We're not paying attention, and it's ooh.
Oh my. Last second.
We paid a little attention. And we're gonna kill some bills.
At home for Kevin.
Oh!
Oh!
Dead. Dead.
Oh, and we still have a score lead. Like we just lost 30 crossbows, and we still have a score lead. And he laughs at himself. Gotta love Ralphie, man. Ralphie's been a character in this whole tournament.
I like that.
Well,
oh, man.
we have some pikes at home, so we can defend against these knights, which are still missing upgrades. We're getting a second TC down, so it looks like we're gonna be booming a little bit. We did put our villas back on stone, so maybe a defensive castle now at home.
Ralphie also put down a university thinking for ballistics for his archer mass, and now probably gonna have to forgo that, I'm imagining.
Well,
he's getting thumb ring.
Like thumb ring.
Yeah, he just got thumb ring. He's got more crossbow out. I mean, he's got 10, 12 crossbow out. 8 maybe. Yeah, 8 crossbow.
I mean, while that was happening, Ralphie idled for almost 8 minutes. So, like, Magyar still has the Vil lead.
Yeah, he just kept the production going, which he did have the food to at least like keep some bills going.
It is kind of shocking that during the whole Castle Age span, there was only 3 villagers killed.
Yeah.
For Kevin.
I don't understand.
I mean, honestly, like, Kevin can kind of chill now, right? He cleaned that whole army. Like a new army isn't really a threat. Like I think he just needs to like fix his eco, get some farms down. He could add another TC at this point because he has the Siege Workshop.
Now the Pike Forward are going to get a good engagement here against these Knights, but the Mango shot. Ugh, 4 crossbow down. Oh, 2 more so all the crossbow almost are down now. But
the one thing I will say for Ralph, even though this is a bit of a throw of an army in my opinion,
of army loss from Kevin there, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that what this has done for Ralphie is it has kept Kevin on 1 TC. The expansion for Kevin has not been very serious, and we see a 3rd stable going down, so it's going to be 1 TC play, I think, for the majority of
Why build it there? Now those crossbow will just deny it.
Yep. And Ralphie's also essentially on 1 TC. I mean, he's essentially on no TC since he can't produce out of any of the 3 of them. But he built 3 of them, so...
I think that was a really bad fight. Like you don't have any upgrades on your knights. Yeah, maybe you got a nice shot on the crossbow, but you lost a lot there. Okay, now we have a Scorpion out to defend against some of these pikes.
I think Kevin just needs to take 30 seconds to readjust his eco because it's kind of garbage right now. Honestly, I think we just need to readjust the eco.
Well, give credit to Ralphie there for kind of forcing him off those farms for a long time. And he's even going to get a kill on these... Oh, no, he's not going to kill this Scorpion. Good job popping in the TC, killing the pikeman there.
Just garrison again and kill these pikes. Like, I don't know what's going on here.
I hate it when people put down TCs and they don't even produce out of the first one they had.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this? I hate it. It's the worst. It's okay.
Here's a castle
really need
placement.
More farms. I mean, yeah, it's okay.
On a hill in front of the gold.
On a hill, Gal.
We lost all our pikes, so it's a bit risky. I mean, there's 3 Scorpions and 7 knights out on the field.
That's true. You gotta be worried about knights. I love that hill that's right next to all the production. That's kind of like just to the north of the castle. Had we been able to put it there, that'd been great. But you're right. I think too much army from the opponent.
I mean, he probably won't see it in time, but we'll see. He's clicking them out.
There's a monk there, too. Monk could swing that fight, but he's going to grab the relic, I think, and head back.
I mean, it's too many knights for the monk to do much, but... Oh, he's going to click them over. Oh, no, he clicks them back. Okay.
Other direction.
So it goes up.
And that's
It's an okay castle.
It's going to be an attempt at a sneaky little raid there by those knights eventually.
Ooh,
I mean,
look at
now
the
we
Magyar
just...
player, guys. I think we're going to switch into Cav Archer. If I would not be shocked if that's the
I would
switch.
guess Skirm at this point.
It is CA.
Oh,
yeah.
He just doesn't have the eco for Cav Archer. I don't know what he thinks he's going to be able to do here.
Doesn't really have the eco for Skirm either. I mean, we have 11 farms.
Yeah.
And Blue is pumping out Showtells, and Showtells are faster than CA, I think.
Showtels? I don't
sweet.
like that at all. They lose against everything that Magyar's makes right now, so it's
but
not
they're
the best.
so fun.
And he's getting them produced quickly. I mean, there's 5 of them already out. If he had the eco, he does actually have the eco to produce more. They get, they just get produced so fast.
Yeah, I think Cavalier Skirm is the ideal comp for Magyars here. Like, I don't think that CA. I don't love it. I mean, you have the mobility.
Oh.
If you can get to recurve bow, then yeah, okay. But that takes so much eco, and we're 1 TC still.
Guys, did I just miss the whole knight army getting converted and dying?
What?
Seba, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for the raid, man. Yeah, there's no more knights. There's blue knights now, but there's no more red knights. There's 3 blue knights now. So I think that army...
3 blue knights.
I mean, the army of red knights just is no longer, and there are now 3 blue knights. So those did nothing.
I mean, Ethiopians, like, they're in a good position right now. We have map control.
Relics?
We got 3 TC. Like, we should just chill, boom, pick up relics, wall our map, and go up to Imp, go ARB. Like, and I think that we're chilling here.
Yeah, use our spike. Use our power spike to get to ARB. We can even buy our way up to Imp, probably. He's almost got enough stone for another castle. He's put himself way back in the Villede. And he's got
the way that we
TCs
lose
everywhere.
this game is with those CA running around our wide open base and taking us off of every resource. So that I don't like how we're playing completely open right now versus Magyars.
But we do have the
Like,
TCs
that's
up. I mean, you know, they're protecting at least a decent bit of resources for the TCs.
Not our gold.
Yeah, we don't have any safe
Not
gold.
our gold
That's
and
true.
not
Well,
our stone.
a little bit of safe gold on the left.
This is why second TC or at least third TC always goes on gold.
Well, does he even know yet about the CA? We haven't seen the CA yet for Ralphie, have we?
I just checked all of his vision. Ralphie has no idea that.
So let's see if he does drop a bunch more like you know, castle TC kind of stuff when he sees that it is CA, or what his reaction
I mean,
will be.
that's Magyar's win condition against Ethiopians is the mobility. Okay, the castle at home, I like that actually. I think that's a good castle.
Now,
it is on the gold.
Is Kevin though? If Kevin sees this in time, he can deny it, I think. He's going to have to run straight to it. But he will see it.
That's unlucky. That's so unlucky.
Kevin sees it.
And if he's...
it's
going to go up anyways, too. It's going to go up, I think.
He'll lose a couple bills.
There's pikes there that can maybe just, like, distract for a minute. And he sends a couple more bills over. Really nice to get this up. Good job.
Now we just go imp, ARP, and kill, and then we're completely fine.
Would actually love to see ballistics now from Ralphie.
I think you're getting your wish, Zhao. Ballistics now coming in.
Well, ballistics coming in for Kevin, which you know is obvious as a CA player, but I would actually love to see this Ralphie. Oh yeah,
they're both good.
Perfect, perfect.
They both are tired of missing their shots, especially a CA. Oh my. It's very frustrating.
Hey, Movable. Yes, Buddy is in the next semifinal after this one. He's playing against the Nutcracker. And yeah, here's that, you know, the CA trying to make it across the middle and just getting dropped.
They don't even have bloodlines, and they don't have... no defense, like, it's bad fight.
Losing to the crossbow there. We'll pop into this... TC whenever we need to kill the rest of these, probably. Maybe just passing.
I think this is Ralphie's game. It's
yeah,
gonna be very hard to lose this game. In my opinion.
This should be over. Like, we're way far ahead now.
Thank you for the follow, Yamcha. Appreciate you. And guys, is it gonna be Ralphie? What? Is it gonna be Ralphie with a huge upset? Kevin McAllister was the overwhelming favorite. He had not lost a game in the tournament. Ralphie was like 7-4.
I mean, I can tell you that I think Ralphie has played the last two games significantly better than Kevin. So I don't know if it was just not feeling it the day that they played this or whatnot, but Ralphie
look at these vills out on the
gonna get
stone.
Caught, yeah.
The CA are gonna see those.
That's a lot of vills that could go down there. 10 vills, but we do see him, and...
Do you see the chat? You're playing better than usual from Kevin McAllister.
Oh.
What? Oh, dang.
Is that a little bit of salt?
It might be a little salt there.
That's a little salty.
Yeah.
That also, though, that means that he thinks he knows who it is. He thinks he knows who it is.
I must if I want to stand a chance against you.
Aww.
Wow, it's so serious.
Sure, okay.
Sure. Oh, Kevin is so mad. He's so mad right now. Wow.
Wow. I think even Ralphie went into this assuming that he was the underdog.
Ooh.
Well,
Shoto's coming in.
Everybody knew Ralphie was the underdog, JR. Like, if you looked at the way the brackets worked out, like, Ralphie barely made it in, and Kevin didn't even lose a game. So, like, you'd come into this thinking for sure that Kevin is the player that's the... You know, the more likely to win. Shotel's rating, really bad raid though. He's gonna lose all those Shotels.
We need way more production at home. Why the heck is Ethiopians making stables? I don't understand it.
It's a best of five, trolling. Best of five.
Ranges. All you have to do is
Arb,
and win.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, Arb.
Oh, I lost all the Shotels for free, sadly.
I will say the one kind of potential win condition for Magyars is how are they only down by 19 vills when the other opponent has been on 4 TCs? That is very, very bad.
He is up to
Well,
imp.
we have
though.
41 minutes of idle time. So
That's
that's
how.
why.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, I know how, but it feels bad.
Feels bad.
All right, there's imp, and we should see
120
arb.
mils easy.
What the heck? Why are we getting Ethiopian light cav? Can we just not? Like, that won't... Like, I do not understand that decision.
And another CA raid attempting by Kevin, but there's castles
Yeah,
everywhere now.
You don't like completely
I don't-
unupgraded, no bloodlined light cap?
Yeah, like, what are we gonna do? Raid 10 villagers that Red has? Like, I'm not really sure. Just make Trebs kill. Like, that's all you have to do.
Yeah, he's got this huge army of pike and crossbow in the middle, and he's getting, like, armor upgrades. No arb yet. No bracer yet. Defense upgrade, though.
Oh. The CA killing old men.
No, the monk is going down. But yeah, the CA are not going to find hardly any damage now. And there's just so much range.
Oh,
I'd love to
I am
see
so
some-
distraught. How is it a 9 villager difference? What in the world?
Guys, I just had a thought.
I mean, Magyar's is imping. Oh, what was your thought, Joe?
So these guys kind of talk to each other as if they knew each other. Or at least they think they know who each other are. What if this is Hernux and Seba? And Hernux is saying, hey, you're playing better than usual because I know you're not usually this good.
Ralphie?
It could
I
be.
like the Seba as Ralphie theory. I like that.
It just, these guys feel a little familiar with each other to have, you know, to not know who the characters are. But yeah, I think you guys are right. I think the ARB is, I think that's it, right? I mean, the Trebs and the ARB are just going to clear this up and this game
This
over.
Arb death ball with a few halbs in the front? Nah, it's over.
So if we're going to see Kevin continue on in the tournament that he came into the knockout stage undefeated in, he's going to have to reverse sweep.
Hey, Sarah, how do you feel about Hussar?
Ethiopian Hussar.
I mean, he's floating 2,200 food, so at this point, like, why not? But I would much prefer to see, like, a lot more ranges go down.
I mean, yeah, the res float for Ralphie is pretty disgusting.
And the Exodus is on for, or attempting to be on for Kevin, but Arbs with
All right,
ballistics.
We're in 105 territory now. We're at 50 villagers.
Yeah, this is almost, this could be salt territory, Sarah. I mean, this is like, you know, we had a little chat.
Oh,
it
look,
even
said it
feels like it's not you.
Oh my goodness!
So,
I think this could be Seba. I think...
okay,
GG.
it either is them, or Kevin thinks 100% that he knows who the other person is.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting chat in that one, for sure.
I think Kevin was a little upset. He feels he's getting smurfed on or something.
Yeah?
This is not how he thought it was going to go.
I think that's definitely what's happening here. He thought he was going to have a little walkthrough, and Ralphie is, you know, loading up the BB gun and saying he's going to shoot some eyes out.
Damn.
80 Vil for Ralphie does not make me feel good, okay?
That's crazy.
The Vil diff does not make me feel good.
One thing I forgot to do, guys. I want to check the APMs.
Kevin had such a lead in feudal, and the hole just screwed him. Like, that was really, really unfortunate. But yeah, he had multiple holes, so it's his fault, right? Really, for not checking.
Okay, Azer's in the chat saying, so just so you guys know if you're watching, Azer has polled myself and all the players to ask them after the group stage who we thought each player was. So he's saying that there's a few people who think they know 100% who Ralphie is, and they're not the same person. So obviously somebody's right and somebody's wrong. Jade says it's obviously beige. If you look at the APMs, Kevin, way more APM than Ralphie, like almost double.
Way faster. Way faster.
So very
Pretty
interesting.
fast for someone this elo, actually.
Yeah, and it would make sense if Kevin was Hernux, because Hernux is at like 1,300 in the ladder now. He's probably got a quicker APM than a lot of these guys. He's probably going to feel like he would be winning. And there was an 11 at the end of the the questioning about who the player is. So I think it's all in good fun, but I do think that this player is like feeling like they're getting smurfed on a little bit here.
And I love that. That's like the best feeling in the world is when somebody thinks that you are a smurf.
Yeah, that you're smurfing on them, right?
Out of your mind. That is a great feeling.
All right, guys. Well, I'm excited. Let's get right into Game 3. I want to see what happens in this crazy set so far.
If I'm Ralphie going into this game, I have all the confidence in the world. Like, especially if you know who the opponent is and they're saying that you're playing so much better than you ever have. I'm just going into this game thinking, okay, this is it. I just win.
Okay.
There's nothing stopping me.
And guys, we got Steppe as the map. It's a random map for this one, so not a home map. It is randomly drawn as Steppe. We've got Berbers and Spanish. Berbers for Ralphie. So Ralphie so far has played Bulgarians, Berbers, and then what was he just in that one? That's very those are very beige. Those are very beige civs. So, I thought maybe Seba, Hairnux, maybe Hairnux and beige is the better shout for this one.
But I thought we thought beige was somebody else based on the last
well, I'm sure that I'm sure I've thought several people are different.
The game that there was 180 bills. That game.
No, I can't remember.
What second we got on?
I'm at 20, guys. I'm stopped at 20 if we can get there.
Okay.
And I can tell you that Kevin's already replaced his TC. He didn't lose anything for.
Okay, I'm at second 20 now.
Yep, 20.
All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. And same thing for this guy's game. This game, guys, take it away.
All right. Well, I think Berbers is a very meta pick for this map. I think Spanish is also pretty common to see on this type of map as well. So I'm not surprised. I think that they both have a decent TC spot. I feel that the meta is to place it sort of out closer to your boars versus like on a wood line. I've seen people kind of go either way, but I think having it sort of more towards the center of the map and then being able to sort of like wall with your wood lines is a bit better. And then they both put it on gold, which I like as well. But they really should be sending bills for food immediately and taking a sheep or something. Okay, it looks like they both are now.
Yeah, I definitely prefer the way that these TCs are set up as opposed to putting on wood, especially when I'm playing against the Spanish, where you're kind of potentially assuming that you're going to see some castles forward eventually. You can get really boxed in on a map like Steppe. It's very African clearing-esque, actually, in my opinion, with TC placements. You want them to be usually away from wood lines, wall in your wood lines, play for some fast scouts or really fast forward archery ranges. Can be a really aggressive map. And I like both of these tips a lot.
I love Hairnix in chat. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys, but Hairnix in chat, he can confirm that Kevin McAllister is indeed Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. That's awesome. I personally, Sarah, prefer Berbers in this matchup.
I like Berbers long term, but I think that Spanish Castle Age is really deadly. So I think that it really depends on sort of like when they want to time their aggression. But I think that long term, like camel archers should beat conks. Oh, we lost a Vil Spanish to a boar. Ouch.
And I did just want to get in real quick, guys. I'm always looking at the horseplay in Steppe. They usually don't let you horseplay, but in Steppe, horseplay is very important because you got to do your scouting. These little horsies.
Yeah.
You love horseplay, huh, John?
I just need to get horseplay in there,
The hunt in the middle is going to be key. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see both of these players play feudal scouts to try to take control of the middle. Ooh, we're going to lose the horsies! Dead under the blue TC. Kevin is not off to a good start.
He's shaking. I think he's shaking, Sarah. He's like, he came out so strong in the first rounds, and it's like he's playing scared and nervous in these games.
Well, I
think the nerves are getting to him a bit. Like,
if I'm Ralphie, I'm on top of the world. I'm serious. Like, I've played in a fair amount of show matches. I've won a fair amount of show matches. I think the mental aspect of games is almost as important as their actual skill level at that time of playing the game. And like, if I'm Ralphie, I'm just like, okay, next thing. Like, I'm just playing out of my mind, knowing that my opponent is probably pretty rattled, and I have one game here on step, playing a Civ that I'm probably pretty familiar with to win. This is a really good situation for Ralphie.
Yeah, I just want to point out real quick, guys, as we talk about kind of nerves and stuff like that, a reminder to everybody. These guys are 1,200 and lower players who, at this point, if they make it into the final, are going to be playing for like $500 to $700. So this is probably more money than they've ever played a game of Age of Empires for. It's probably bigger stakes than they've ever played a game of Age of Empires for. So, and it may be the first time they've ever had these kind of nerves in a game like this. So certainly something that can happen. It's not like these guys are pros and they've been preparing for weeks and weeks and weeks and they know exactly what they're doing here. Very easy for something crazy to happen.
Things escalated quickly with this tournament, It was supposed to be just good fun, maybe $100.
Yeah.
Like, we're at $1,200. It's insane. Like, I've never played for that much money. And so, yeah, it's a big deal.
That escalated quickly. Yeah, I feel that.
And then not being able to prepare against your teammate and by not like knowing who they are, like that's really tough, right? Because if you're playing for this much money, you're gonna be like watching their recs, like studying how they play, like trying to think about what civs they're gonna pick. You don't get any of that. I mean, all you have is the games that they've played in the tournament as a way to sort of predict what they're going to do. So yeah, the preparation I think is tough. And then the element of this random map, like not knowing what that's going to be. I mean, if you might get something that you just are a complete disaster on, and it just like screws you mentally.
I agree.
Second horsey. Oh no, the horseplay's over.
Shot its own sheep though.
Yep, sheep down, but the horseplay's done. Didn't get a lot of good
horseplay.
Horseplay
Is over, Jow.
Unfortunate.
So we are going to get fast feudal from both of these players. There's a barracks up already, and then we do see that Kevin is able to take some deer really close to his mill, which is quite nice. Mill not so close for blue in the back, and it doesn't look like he's going for deer yet or has any plans to. But they're both on gold, so I wonder if this is going to be archers actually from both players. Spanish archers would be really weird.
Yep,
yeah, Spanish archers would be really weird.
I mean, I don't hate it. You're gonna do something unexpected. I would definitely not be assuming I'm gonna see Spanish archers. Obviously, not good as you move into Castle Age, but
it's weird to see either of these civs go archers. But okay, Berbers, you can scale into camel archers later with some of those upgrades, but I think scouts is the meta. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Archers from Spanish. Okay. We got a bit of a memer.
Yeah, a little.
I like it.
A little. He's down 2-0, and he says, "So let's make some Spanish archers." He's definitely got the balls. Why are we deleting Amina's stuff, guys? Come on, who's deleting Amina's chat?
There was something said.
Didn't think that was. I didn't think that was wrong at all.
Obviously, they were talking about me. That's my assumption.
It might have been a misclick. I think it was a misclick.
All right,
misclick. Only misclick.
Bring her back in. She was telling me that I was hot. I like that.
Amina is VIP, guys. Come on.
I have never had to ban anyone for calling me hot from my channel. I have, it has happened, but I've definitely never banned anyone for it.
All right, so we're getting some walls up from Spanish. I like these walls.
I'm shocked nobody went to the middle. Like we talked about the hunt, right? Nobody went at all to the hunt.
You know what I love about this, Chow? I think both of these players are thinking, man, I am going to surprise this player so much when I show it with archers. And both players are doing it. I really do. Like, I think that's why they're not playing for middle. I think that's it's kind of smart. You play for archers to get the pressure off, and then you can go to the middle and get all the hunt you want because the pressure is all the way forward. But it's just hilarious to see both players doing it.
Yeah.
You're fine, Amina. We fixed it.
And my name is JR Goes Boom.
Lots of archers on the wood line. Berries, yeah.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Didn't... Oh, those are in queue. I was like, I thought red had like 5 archers, but they were just in queue, not in the...
Another panic range from Spanish. I don't like that. I think we should just make some skirms out of the first range.
Yeah,
use that with that way.
Second range for Spanish, I mean...
Like,
So
double
many
range for
arms.
Spanish, I hate it, you know? It's not good.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be forced into 2 ranges. Hey, Mike, welcome in, buddy.
I don't know that I've seen Step played with this many farms this early. Like,
There's
the number
so
of
much hunt
alive
that's just
deer
not
would make
taken.
Bambi happy. This is nuts.
Mike, we're actually seeing some crazy stuff right now, man. Kevin McAllister, who's the favorite in the tournament after the group stage, hadn't lost a game, is currently losing 2-0 to Ralphie, who barely scraped into the quarterfinal.
Would love to see these skirms get a defense upgrade so that he can defend this a little bit better, but it's going to be hard to afford. I mean, meanwhile, Spanish at home, eco isn't looking amazing. I mean, we're floating 600 gold at this point, which is not so good.
Yeah, res collected in favor of the Berber player right now.
Yeah,
Although
Berber's eco looking way smoother.
And Spanish forced into skirms is going to drag them way behind into castle, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Berbers, I'm adding a stable and plopping out probably 2 scouts, putting down a ton more farms, and knowing that I'm basically forever ahead now. Because that's a huge number of skirms. 7 skirms. Each skirm delays your castle age by like 15 seconds or something like that is the math. That's huge.
Well, he is getting the market. Maybe he can do some market abuse with 800 gold floating.
He's adding a stable. So he will continue to extend feudal. And he got the defense upgrade for his archers as well. Anticipating the skirms to come.
Oh, this could be huge for blue, though. If he just makes like 2 scouts at home and sends his archers forward. And he's not going to do that, but that could have been a big play there.
But we do have a spear now with that mass in the middle, so the scouts, it'll be a little bit difficult to engage.
Jade would have the ability to ban somebody, even in a channel that he's not on.
Okay, good micro. He kills the spear.
Yep, 1 spear down, the archer down as well. Another spear down, and now you got yours.
The other spear.
Just go. It's only skirm now. Oh, there's 2 archers in there. Okay. Yeah, send your scouts. Attack. And man, Ralphie is again looking in a good position in this game. Well ahead in score.
Wow. I really can't get over the fact that nobody's going after deer. It's just like not a thing. They don't like venison. They really don't.
Yeah.
Vegetarians.
I mean, now with all this map control, Berbers could easily go out there and pick up a few. I mean, we could also push with our scout at home.
Obligatory mining camp on stone for a Spanish player. Sorry, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel. I don't know. It just.
I mean,
it's probably the best play, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like it against a massive crossbow.
Well, and also, if there's a single unit in the game that you can play against conks, it's the Berbers, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
As our beloved G-Pony.
Yeah, well, I mean, even camels should be... Oh, you mean the G-Pony? I was thinking camel archers.
No,
but,
I meant G-Pony, of course.
Too.
Of course, Sarah, come on. What else would I be talking about?
G-Ponies are potentially a top 3 unit in the game,
CC.
so I kind of agree with Chow here.
Yeah.
And this wood line is going to be disaster. Why is he still even fighting these skirm? Just go kill all these villagers. Like, even sacrificing your archers for 10, 12 vills here is fine, I think.
I mean, Spanish is up, but now what are we going to do against this big mass in our base?
And there's no stone. We don't even have a stable. Like, we can't make anything out of our ranges. This is disaster from Kevin.
Why did we stop making skirms? Why did we stop making skirms? I don't understand.
Oh, there's a hole in the woodline too. They should all be dead. We should just click in the woodline.
We don't. Why do we have to click in the wood line? You have archers.
Well, because there's a little bit of range here. We can kill everything now. Just get in there and kill.
Oh, and we blocked it, and there was a looks like there was a quick pause there. Oh man, we actually only lost one vill in that mayhem, but we're gonna have to run off the line in Panic Castle. He's taking a
one turn.
This is a page out of John McClane's book here with 100% eco castle here.
I mean, it's a Spanish castle. It'll go up, but we will lose a couple here.
Yeah, it's just archers underneath it too, and those archers, they're gonna have to get in stand ground real fast and stick right where they are. They're gonna die immediately. Like one volley from this castle is gonna kill this whole army.
Oh yeah.
But
they got their value. I think you're fine with letting them die, to be honest.
The one time I want you in stand ground is when you're stuck under a castle like that.
He had them patrolling and they just moved away when the bills came out.
Yep.
It's 3 stable knight play from the Berber player.
Okay.
That should be good.
I don't hate it.
That should be good for him. Bloodline's coming in.
I mean, it's gonna be tough to get damage now with the castle up, though.
Right, but you're ahead now, right? Like you're ahead, so you just kind of stay ahead forever, right? Second TC.
Okay, yeah, but 13-0.
Like, why not chill and boom, right? Like you're almost up by you're up by a ton of vills. Like you're gonna have the better civ like the longer it goes. So you did a ton of damage. I mean, I guess you could try to go for the kill, but you just saw him put a castle up in the middle of his base. It's gonna be tough unless you add some rams or something behind.
Yeah, I would love to see actually forward siege monastery. Forego your own castle and just make those be your castle buildings to get to imp, and then probably just avoid the castle.
We're Berbers, but it's tough to sustain this too. I mean, he's committing, so he's gonna have to do some damage here. Otherwise, he gives Spanish a window.
Yeah, and he's not I hate when people do this. This is something I do my own that I need to fix. But he's got 8 knights. Just go. Your knights should just be in the base already. 8 knights versus 3 knights is not a difference of killing villagers.
But where do you send them? Where do you send these knights? They don't have +2. It's not as if they can just go under castle and TC.
I think we unqueue all 4 of these. We unqueue 4 knights and get +2. That's actually way more important than having 9 knights versus 14 knights. Way more important to have the +2 here.
He needs siege. He needs rams. Because otherwise this isn't gonna do much.
We'll take the villagers off of wood here. Oh, maybe not. The stone wall comes in. It's actually open at the back, so if you just clicked in, you would get in. But
I mean, this is open on multiple different areas.
And it's a 30% score lead now for Ralphie. I mean, Kevin has got to be feeling absolutely distraught at this point, thinking he's going to be the favorite. Gets clapped in the first 2 games. Good games, but loses in spots that he didn't expect to. And now he's in this position in this one.
Yeah, I would love to see +2 for these Berber Knights.
And yeah, they're gonna throw these knights.
He's gonna waste them all under the castle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just hop in the castle if you're red. Yeah, good job. Castle and TC. And he does get to the wood line on the left. There's 2 vills. Quick wall themselves.
He's also 3 TC at home and just idling forever.
And that's something we've seen Ralphie do quite a few times. He'll get to 3 TCs way before he can produce. More villagers going down, though. And this is going to be a GG call, I think. He's just stuck in his castle and his TCs. 15 knights in the field for Ralphie. Not a single military unit other than the 5 conks.
Yeah, Jura makes a really good point. Blue has better eco, but it's still not good eco, which is true.
It's still not good. Floating 1,000 wood right now when you're in this position with just full map control, you should really be macroing a bit better behind. But I mean, Spanish is dead. He has 22 villagers.
Absolutely crazy set. I would have never in a million years expected our 6-0 player, who hasn't really even had a close game that I remember, lose 3 in a row here.
I told you, Joe. I hope that Seba makes it far, and if this is Seba, I would be so happy. He's playing well. There are mistakes, obviously, especially idle TC wise, but the aggression has been no joke.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The end game from Ralphie has looked really good. A lot of people call him beige for Ralphie, and I think I'm on board with that. I think maybe Ralphie or even Bent. I think Bent would be a shout for Ralphie. But yeah, Ralphie or excuse me, Bent or beige. I do think that Kevin is probably Hairnux. Although I don't think Hairnux would do a Spanish play like this. I don't know, man.
I think that nerves just got to Kevin a lot here.
I agree.
Because I don't think that, you know, like, I can understand him being like, wow, you're playing so much better. Is this even you? But if you look at the eco from Berbers on, like, a lot of these games, like, it's definitely a player who's, like, you know, probably 1,200 or so. But,
yeah.
like, I think that, like, Spanish is just making a lot of mistakes, I think, with decision-making. And smaller things like losing the Vil to the board, like losing the scout, like that kind of stuff I think is you know, less clean in his game than for Berbers.
Yeah, and you can get in your own head, you know, real quickly too, losing the game and thinking, oh no, that guy was everywhere, like he must have been, you know, doing everything correctly, and then maybe you get to watch it back and you say, oh wow, that was a lot closer than I thought it was.
Yeah, and especially because the first game was such a slog. The second game went an hour. I mean, they're not playing short games. These are pretty long, tenuous games.
Knight's gonna get an engagement on the conks now before they fall into the castle.
And the idle TC time from Ralphie though they need to fix this if they want to be able to continue, I think.
I mean, he did put down a lot more farms, so he should sustain the TC production, but he's just not making bills.
Yeah,
it's more about the Knights right now for him. And, you know, I think the initial kind of worry about these Knights is kind of scared off or kind of been staved off by Kevin. Now he's like, well, what can I do under this castle?
Yeah, but
it's just too late,
he's just going to put a forward castle up, go up to Imp, and treb it down. Like, he's just chilling.
Yeah,
he's not in a rush.
They're in the wood line.
It's
in the wood line.
It's almost a 2K score lead now. Yeah, the wood line is...
Oh, this wood line.
It is under the castle fire, but Villager's just melting. Down to 20 Vils again.
And on the gold on the other side.
Yep, and he's not garrisoning the TC. And Kevin, I want to see if there's going to be some salt here. It's just a GG call.
Just GG.
So...
Wow.
I mean, hats off to Ralphie, man. I cannot believe that just happened. Maybe a stylistic kind of clash, too. I kind of thought that might happen in the tournament where you get like somebody who looks really strong, but maybe plays like really well early and not so much in the late game. Just because we are at these kind of middle elos. But, guys, I can't believe it. 3-0 Ralphie Parker.
Wow.
Take one more look at our APM. Ooh, we slowed down significantly there for Kevin. And yeah, I think he had to just been mentally kind of checked out for that one. Spanish archers into 2 range skirms, and then really only made like 5 conks, and that was his entire effort in that game.
I mean, the Berber player just played with a lot more aggression. The feudal age, early feudal age, was all on the Berber side. I think it was just a snowball effect and pretty well played.
Crazy set there.
I think the reactions from Spanish were just a little bit, you know, less. Like, I think instead of going the second range, like, we just mass skirms, we put a tower on the wood line, and he doesn't get all that damage there. And then we should be able to defend, add a couple of spears, and just, you know, like, wall up at home, and then we should be fine. And if we can just keep the knights out of our base, like, while we're walled, get a castle up, then we can add some TCs, but it just didn't work out that way. It seems like a little bit of panic. I mean, he was playing from behind anyway after he lost the Vil, so not a good one.
Yeah, so a sweep in our first set, guys. Let me give you the games. Sarah, did I already send you the next set?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I'll send to both of you guys right now. And then we'll jump into this final semifinal set, guys, and we'll have a final decided. For for Kevin, that's not it for him. There is a third place game that's actually going to end up being for some money because we did get a lot of donations and stuff. We had enough to pay third place. If you do like Kevin, if you're a big Kevin fan, you think maybe he had a rough day, he is going to get to play again. It'll be another recorded game, and I'll show the third place game on that this coming Sunday when we'll have the live final. So again, live final this Sunday. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be streaming all day, though. Probably 6 to 8 hours of a stream that day. Hopefully Sarah and JR can be around for as much of that as possible.
I need to know, did Kevin play in that African clearing game? Was he the one that won that set? And I'm trying to remember who he was playing against.
That's one of the things, JR, that I'm going to do a lot of in that Sunday stream. I'm going to pull up my YouTube, and we're going to look at, like, okay, what did this guy do in the group stage? What did you, like, I'm really going to try and figure everybody out, like, hardcore in that stream. So, it's so hard for me to remember who played what game.
Yeah,
like, I forget right after the game's over, like, which person they even were. So it's hard for me to, like, recall them. But as I get back into the YouTube videos, I will say, because I did a little bit of that, it's really easy to remember once you start watching it again. You're like, oh, yeah, this is the one where this happened and that happened and that happened. So
well, that's fair.
Okay, perfect. So Azzer will have some stuff, and I'm going to talk to Azzer and Duke hopefully tomorrow, and we'll figure out some more stuff about how exactly we're going to do the reveals, because we'll do those on Sunday as the final. It plays itself out.
I love it.
But yeah, it should be really fun. So, guys, without further ado, let's jump into the semifinal number 2: Buddy the Elf and the Nutcracker.
Awesome. I have it pulled up. I'm on game 1.
All right, I'm just waiting for Capture Age to load, and we'll hop in. Okay, so we can say game 1. It's on Arabia, so that is the home map of. One moment, please. That is the home map of. Where did I say it? Okay, Buddy is Arabia. So this got drawn to Buddy's map. Buddy is 6-1 so far in the tournament. So just like Kevin was kind of the favorite in that first one, and ended up being a huge upset. Same thing here. We got a favorite in Buddy who's only lost one game in the entire tournament, 6-1, and then the Nutcracker who again kind of scraped into the quarterfinals and then made it on into the semis. So, guys, I'm at 18 seconds.
Okay.
Jay, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Take it away, guys.
All right. So we got Berbers versus Persians. What do you think about the matchup, JR?
I love these civs. I think they're both awesome civs. Awesome cav civs. I don't know that at this elo there's a better cav civ than Persians on Arabia, because the eco bonuses and the buffs that happen to them, they are just so strong, so flexible. But this is the home map of Buddy, and Buddy did pick Berbers, which is probably my favorite civ in the game, so I love that. Love to see another Berbers pick. Cheap cav can potentially rival the numbers of the Persian player, but personally, I think Persians are just better here.
Yeah.
I think they're just a better civ.
I think that it's pretty close. I think that Berbers ought to have a better castle age, like with their ability to play super aggressive, but I think that Persians' eco makes them quite a bit better. Like, they just play so smooth, and especially at this elo, I think that you benefit a lot from those types of bonuses and like being able to do a lot. But I think that in terms of composition, like we're probably going to see a lot of camels from both players, honestly, versus like seeing a ton of knights from Berbers, since they both get fully upgraded camels. And then I think that like Berbers probably wants to get to camel archers long term. And so yeah, I do think that with the unique unit, it's pretty good. But I mean, there's Persians get Savar, which are really really strong. But I don't think that it would be too great of an option against like the camel archers. But just getting there is the issue, right? Like Persians should have faster up times and just better eco overall.
I think it's harder to get to the end game composition that is best for Berbers, whereas it is very natural to get to the better eco with the Persians. So
yeah,
I think it will just happen. Like Persian player can put down 3 TCs and not see a significant dip in production if they have pretty good macro behind it. And honestly, potentially same with Berbers. So if they are both playing Cav, I think we could see again, yeah, Knights and Camels, maybe both players open Camels. I think we should see both players open Scouts, but it'll be interesting.
I think Scouts are the play. I think that but I would say that Buddy's probably got the map that I would prefer. Like he's got back gold, back berries, back woodline, and then versus like the berries for the Nutcracker are forward. I mean, I guess they're a little bit protected by that woodline, and we do have the back gold and the back stone, but it's like really hard to wall his map without some gigantic walls.
You would have to do I mean, you could full wall this, but you're gonna have to be such huge walls. And I don't actually like the wood lines for Nutcracker at all, to be honest. They don't really have a true backwood line. This one off to the side, like, it's going to be hard to wall to the TC from here. It's going to be hard to wall to the next wood line from here. It's kind of just problematic. So I think if you're the Nutcracker, you do want to be playing as aggressive as possible.
Guys, I just want to point out real quick that Nutcracker has been pushing this one deer since minute 2. And he just got it. So that was
official noob. I agree.
4-minute deer push there for Nutcracker. Had a little struggle with that one.
Well, he didn't idle until just now. Yeah. So at least he wasn't idling, but yeah, he doesn't have a lot of scouting information. I mean, it looks like both of them will play scouts. They both have 3 on wood. So I mean, I guess you probably just assume that at this point, like when in this matchup.
They both literally have the same exact build, except for there's 5 on berries for Buddy and 4 on berries for Nutcracker. I love it.
And Buddy's up first by about 15 seconds, so maybe pulled off the build a little bit cleaner.
Surprised that we don't see a 2 from Persian, but they did wait 1 Vil. Interesting. I saw them getting Loom at the 19 Vil, so I guess they added 1.
So they'll have a little bit better eco going up, which I like that. It gives them a little bit more ability to wall up a little bit behind, their scouts play. Whereas like the Berbers build will be a lot tighter.
Well, and also Buddy did not push any of the deer, whereas Nutcracker did push 1. Surprised on a 19 Vil build and a 20 Vil build to not see them both push deer. I think that you kind of should.
I don't think it's necessary. I think that I prefer to get scouting info than push deer if you're gonna make a trade-off like at this elo. But that's just me. I think that these builds aren't so tight. Like if we were gonna see 19 pop scouts, then yeah, I think you need some deer. But yeah, I'd rather them scout their opponent. I hate the 1 greedy woodline from the Berbers player though. I think that could be a bit of trouble later.
Guys, what about these farms? I mean, do we want to be adding farms this early?
I think it's okay.
This is why I would rather push deer personally. Push 1 more deer and delay these farms a little bit, and we can afford to have horse collar before the farms go down. Whereas now we have 3 farms down without horse collar.
Well, I mean, he really should have had sheep to still be able to take if he was pushing deer. So I think he maybe just mismanaged some stuff under his TC. With Persians, you ought to be able to afford all of that before you get farms down. So something went wrong there. They're both on 1 TC. I hate all these Vils taking the straggler trees around. We saw one of the last players do that too. Just build a second lumber camp. It's so much more efficient. Yeah,
we saw 7 or 8 villagers on the straggler tree in 3 different occasions now from 3 different players.
Yeah.
This is kind of interesting, though. So, Persian player has been delayed because of lack of food from building any scouts, whereas the Berber player has not. And instead just going spear defense with 1 spear. But it actually might be actually just better for them right now because...
Yeah, this is disaster for Red now
Yeah,
because
Buddy's
now
done a great job.
Like he was going to build a second lumber camp. He couldn't afford it, and now he had to send all of those bills back and the berry bills. He could have just fought these scouts. There was just 2 of them there, but now he's really messed up his eco.
I think there was something a little bit off in the build for Red because never having enough food to put down, make your own scouts is not good.
He's gonna lose a bill here on the wood line.
He'll lose a bill here on the wood line.
Might even be 2. No, he's gonna run away. Probably smart to run away there. Does take a shot from the spear though. Yeah, I got JR, Gozboom, and Serums are the 2 co-casters with me, guys, today.
Oh my gosh, now the vills are going back again from the wood because he still can't afford the second lumber camp. Oh, Blue's trapped a scout.
Nice trap.
Yeah.
Sick trap there. And a laugh. Oh, and he laughs. Okay, wait, that was Nutcracker laughing. I thought he was laughing at him, but he's not.
He's laughing with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess over in Nutcracker's base, but all these scouts are weak.
Oh, another dead vill.
Oh no!
Yeah, we did lose another one there. It's now 3 down.
This other woodline still not walled. Oh.
Did get it up just in time.
Yeah.
Look at the wall that Buddy is putting up at home. What in the hell?
What? What do you mean?
Like
the wall?
This tiny little like.
It's not so good.
I just don't understand it.
It's pretty sick.
Like, what does it do?
It's small big walls. It's small big walls.
Where do you wall? Where do you wall? To the wood line? Like, I think that you just don't wall in front there. You wall, like, I think from the barracks to the wood line that's on the left.
Just to your
and then
TC.
back, and then you from the TC to the other wood line, and then to the back. And then that you don't need those front walls, I think.
Or even just, like, extend this one out to the right. Like, it's almost an
what
equal...
What is happening in the south? These are some...
Yikes.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Okay, well, you can see what his plan is, at least. It's coming together now.
It's quite interesting. I mean, he has time, right? It's not as if Red has a lot of army out, but yeah, I think that I would have just sort of tried to do a little bit of a wall and get the wood line that's like on the north of the TC.
We need more vills on gold here. Wheelbarrow coming in. We could have clicked up if we had just had the proper vill allocations here, and had a really good click up time for the Berber player.
Yeah, it's not bad, but he definitely needed to send to gold a bit earlier. You know, I wouldn't hate just seeing a market and just selling some food.
Yeah.
There is the market coming down from Buddy. So Buddy, despite these kind of wonky walls on the backside here, this looks pretty clean from him.
Azure, I can tell you that these are not you because you would have double walled already. I played against Azure recently and I was, much to my chagrin, I found double walls.
Alright, so
honestly, like, if you're gonna do that wall all the way to the side of the map, why wall to the gold? Just, like, wall straight to the other wood line and, like, have the gold safe, like, behind the walls.
Yeah.
But it's too late for that now.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing on the other side, right? Like, they could have just gone straight right and left from the TC.
I don't know if I would call these bases phallic telly. I think these are more chode-esque in nature.
Yeah, for sure. These are chody bases.
Chody.
So it looks like we're just gonna go up. And Berbers isn't getting upgrades on his knights, so not really sure what the play is, and we're not adding a second stable yet.
Yeah, I mean, look at the res for for Buddy.
He's adding it now.
He's got enough res to go castle again.
I mean, it's looking pretty bad for Nutcracker. He's gonna have to keep the knights out of his base.
Era quick walls? What? Buddy the elf?
Wow.
Trapping the spear there. The second unit that he's trapped in this game now. Nutcracker, if we talk about like mental wins, I think those are 2 mental wins there for Buddy.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting all these upgrades for knights now. Okay, it's 3 stable. Triple stable, Berbers, knights. Yeah.
Yep. So the question is, do we open a handful of knights first? Do we open a handful of camels? Do we open a mix? Because
Knights,
Persian player...
for sure. I mean, you're up earlier. Like, you got to know that you did a ton of eco damage. Like, and so this is your window, right? Like, you definitely go knights here.
I think I agree. I love knights. I love knights so much more than camels.
Like,
Camels
once you
are
see
just
the
so
camel
limited.
switch from Persians, then you mix in your own camel. But right now, you want to do a ton of damage, and knights just... No, not the camels. Not the camels. You can't run those under TCs.
Yeah, it is camels being made by the Berber. Why would you... Like, what is the reason you'd make camels at all in this matchup? Like,
I guess...
just protect...
I mean, you expect camels,
knights.
right? Like, you expect... Like,
No,
you're
assuming
worried...
camels from Persian.
Yeah,
right? I mean, that's got to be the plan.
But it's like when you're going triple stable like that, you need to try to damage, right? Like, you're not going to be adding a TC immediately. So, like, you want to overwhelm the other players so much with your knights that they cannot even get onto camels, right? And, like, so you want to only switch into camels when you see camels yourself. So it's yeah.
These guys are...
It's not the best.
Really mirroring each other. I mean, second TC, now a third TC for Nutcracker. Gonna be the third one up.
Wow,
but...
3 TC immediately from Persians. Well, I mean, it's not as if he knew that the camels were coming, but it's not the worst choice because these can't get a lot of damage. But he's going just knights, which is like if I'm up later, I would be the one assuming that I need to go on camels without any scouting information.
Well, and really, if you see this number of camels coming towards you, you gotta feel good that you've already dropped 3 TCs and are booming, because you gotta think like, well, these aren't a threat to me with my TC's going up, and I can just boom.
Now he needs to wall, like his life depends on it. Like, he needs to like get a monastery and wall. Because if these get into his base, it's over. I think the third TC is way too greedy here. Like, you have to have a monastery instead to keep these off your walls.
It's Persians though, right? I don't know. It doesn't feel terribly greedy as Persians to me, to be honest. But as long as we're not trying to match knight numbers. If we're trying to match knight numbers, then it's incredibly greedy.
Well, I mean, if he just needs to survive this, right?
Yeah,
like,
he
he
keep
can't
him
let
out.
these knights into his base. Yeah.
And he's doing a good job of it so far. I mean, he's walling behind. He's getting houses up.
Now just out of monastery and you're chilling. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. And make sure that there's no hole. Not going to give him dirt paper.
On the right hand side can be really close. 35 wood left on this tree.
I actually don't think that'll be a hole, JR. I think it's the one next to it with like 50. That would have to go.
Oh, I think
we have monks queued up? Okay, it's 2 monks queued up. Keep walling, keep walling.
Yeah, this house is still doing okay.
Meanwhile, Knight's hitting on Blue's base, so he has to pay attention to that at home as well while he's trying to get in here.
Oh yeah, nice house wall from him. Well done.
Double monastery defense coming in.
Okay. Monks are coming out. We got one out already. Start converting, man. Start converting. We got a weak house here that they might get through. They're through on the left side. Oh no. I thought it was a hole.
He got it.
I thought it was a hole. And the overchop has been saved also. Good job.
Wow.
And there is the monk, and as soon as you hear the wololo, everybody runs away.
Yep. Good job. He's now got a massive lead of 14 villagers. He could go clean all those knights that are hitting on his walls. Yeah, he's sending his military now.
26 military for Blue.
And that's going to be a nice clean for Blue there.
But...
He's going to clean 4 knights from Red. In just that one engagement. Did get a conversion. And we'll likely get a second one here as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh!
Stupid bunks.
Did not go through.
If only these units were worth anything anymore.
True. If only monks were good, Jao. If only monks were good.
Fucking worst unit in the game now. It's sad. What they once were, JR. They used to be so... Back in my day, the monks were the best unit that you could make.
Jao is just reminiscing about a better life he used to have.
People used to respect the old mans. Now they don't.
I mean, hey, in all fairness, Buddy's kind of respecting the old men's. He's having to run away from it.
Yeah.
Oh, conversion!
Got one.
Oh, Jow, if only monks were good. Look at that. That's a lot of res.
So I don't love that Berber's just ended up adding another TC like behind because he couldn't get in. I think you have to keep going with the aggression. Like you have to put a castle in his face. You have to add a siege workshop. Like you have to keep trying to do damage because now you're just behind. Like you just and trying to boom it out versus Persians. Like you just
absolutely
it's not gonna work.
And you've now seen 4 or 5 monks already on the field. So even if you are like, you know, bringing this big number of knights and camel over, you know, there's a good chance that a handful of those will end up playing for the other team here pretty soon.
Oh, is there a way that Buddy gets lucky enough to see this castle?
Yeah, look at this.
What is this castle?
What a goofy castle! Like,
no, what
I mean, it's okay. Like, it's a good late game castle because it takes control of that side of the map. But when you're up against 30 military and you have 4 knights, it's a little bit scary. But I guess he has a ton of monks, so.
Nutcracker, I don't think he's super boomed, but he was one of the ones who like just like always was building TCs all over the place, Mike. Like he would go out the side and build TCs, he'd go out to the top and build TCs. There's always been TCs being built.
Man, this is a lot of army to be doing nothing. I hate to say it.
Yeah, I mean a lot of idle army, and these monks are just waiting. They're like, "Oh, come on."
How can? Sure.
Nah. I would have really preferred to see Berbers just like stick 10 vills on stone and just try to put a castle right in Persian's face and try to kill in Castle Age. But I think he's like trying to get up to Imp now, and I really don't think it's going to do too much. Because he doesn't have a castle, he doesn't have siege, he has no way to kill.
Yeah, whereas the Persian player is staying on stone here. Like,
yeah,
Persian
and like
his really well set up.
But now Persians can just get another castle at home to defend, so they're just chilling.
I think this next castle, I mean, we're seeing knights getting added in here. I think this next castle might be forward for the Persian player if they can get enough mass.
Oof, and this castle that was in a goofy position is now in a great position, and it's going to kill a bunch of... Well, should kill a bunch of these camels and knights.
Well, we'll lose a lot of vills there.
Yeah, actually...
Like he got him away because the monks were over there, actually.
Yep, so the Wololo song scaring people away again.
Azure, I don't think forward is an option against all that military. Not yet. We need something.
Well, if he's just going to keep running away from the monks. I mean, he could just dive there.
Stable getting added. We got 4 forward stabled.
He's going to get into his own camels.
But Imp is in for Buddy. Now, what is he going to do with Imp, though? He's going to add another TC also. I don't know what Imp's going to do. Are we going to even get to heavy camel?
Why are we going knights versus full camel? I hate that. What are you doing?
Oh, it's light cav. What in the world? Berber light cav. Okay, for the monks, I suppose.
It's to snipe the monks. It's to snipe the monks.
A lot of them, though. I mean, you made a lot of them.
Yeah.
Well, if you can break in and raid, then, you know, it's another win condition. But, yeah, I don't know what the heck Persians is doing with all these.
Well, and we're open now.
Surely the win condition for Berber here is Hussar, Camel Archers. But I don't think we're going to see that. I think we're going to see Cavalier.
Well, I mean, our camels are better, like, if we get the unique tech, because they regenerate.
Yeah, I always am curious to see at like the 1200 ELO if these guys even know about their unique techs, because it's one of the things that I don't know a lot about, just because when I played, for the most of the time I played, there were no unique techs. So like it's something I forget about constantly. So I always want to look at, like, do these guys even get these things? Do they even know that they're there?
Jade, is this better sound-wise? I think it's Savar, Sarah. I think that's the play.
Yeah, he's gonna go Savar.
I mean, if you have help, only if you have help, but he can't really afford that right now, and Savar at the same time.
Hussar coming for Buddy. So Buddy
'Cause, like,
does have the plan to raid.
Savard don't do amazing against the heavy camel, but it's not as if he's clicking that either, so.
And here's that fight.
Uh-oh,
It's going to be
big
a big engagement.
I mean, you better take it now if you're the blue player.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. I like this from the blue player though, taking light cav that are soon to be Hussar to raid. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a massive throw from red.
What? Why?
Why take this fight?
I'm so confused. I thought blue would be the one.
I mean, well, he won. His upgrade came in right on time, like his attack upgrade. So it was perfect timing.
If you're blue, you're an imp. Like, you want to wait for that fight because you are an imp. You can get your imp upgrades and then fight. Like, you don't want to take that fight right there. So I thought that was a great fight for red.
Hussar raids are doing no joke. The eco lead is only 15.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Hussar raids are doing
I thought
really
that
well.
Persians was an imp, and I was like, why take that fight? But
No, okay, it's the other way
to
around.
first.
Right.
Yeah.
I heard the sound, and I was like, why even take that? Like, why not just like guarantee yourself like the fight? I mean, he won it anyways because he had better upgrades. Like, Berber's really shouldn't have taken that fight.
And now he goes to clean the Hussar with half of that knight army, and the other half will go forward. But there's no army from blue anymore. 118 villagers and 5 units.
He's just dead. I don't think that he can bring this back at this point.
And wow, so
heavy camel.
If this happens as we think it might now, this is gonna put another upset on the cards, guys. Nutcracker is I would say a heavy underdog for this one. Maybe even more so than I would have said Ralphie was in the first game.
Ooh, we're still gonna fight another fight before upgrades, guys. Another fight.
And the numbers are
upgrades.
crazy
really
now.
don't know.
I mean, there's like 50
I'm not
knights
sure why
out
we.
here.
Not sure why we clicked Hussar before we got heavy camel.
Ah! I hate this castle so much.
I agree with that.
Put this castle on their face. You have 40 friggin' knights.
You can definitely go forward with this one. It's pretty over.
Yeah, here come the knights, going to do some raiding. And we are at like 120 vills, and we're getting heavy camo. So blue's going to try and play this out, but you can see they're making.
We can just run in now. Like, we don't even need siege.
Nope, don't need any kind of upgrades other than this. You know, it'd be nice to get plus. We have +2 defense already, so. It is imp units versus castle units, but there's just so many units. And there's the GG well played.
GG.
And guys, this is so rare. Like, you see this happen in pro games occasionally, where somebody stays in Castle Age and beats the player who goes to Imp. I think this happens so less frequently in lower elo games. So hats off to Nutcracker to just have the, strategy to say, hey, I don't have to go Imp here. I can just continue to make my unit and overwhelm.
I mean, you could say the nuts on Nutcracker to be able to do that, honestly.
Yes, you could say that.
I mean, he's pop capped, and he knows that he's way ahead of Berber's eco no matter what, right? And so I think that, it's a lot of players will just panic click Imp there. Which he could have done, and it would have been fine anyway, because he was still so far ahead. But, yeah, might as well just go for the kill.
Yeah, I mean, when you get your chance to win the game, if you can take it, you absolutely want to do that. Especially we've seen in this, in these knockout stages already, we've seen like probably 5 or 6 games won or lost from a position that we thought, was never going to happen, and just big throws or big comebacks. Jade, we turned up JR just a second ago. He asked if that was okay. It's still not good enough?
Is it better? Can you hear me now?
It all sounds good to me. Like, so I don't know.
Sure, turn it down. Thanks, Azure. Love you too.
Okay, real quick, I want to check the APM of this one as we gave win to Nutcracker.
Oh, goodness. The next map.
Okay, 25 and 30.
Interesting one.
Yeah. So that's a home map. It's gonna be Nutcracker's home map actually. So he's up 1, going to his home map. And for those of you who are watching my stream and can't see, the reason Sarah is getting so excited about this next one is because it will be on Water Nomad, if I remember correctly.
Indeed.
Water
I love this map.
Nomad. So this map, let's go ahead and just jump right into it, guys. It'll take me a minute for capture age to jump up. But this map's been crazy in this tournament because we've seen this game has been like super. This map has been super fast, but they've kind of played out differently. Like one or two of them have been like the most galleys wins, early. Another one has been somebody went early fires and beat the player who did galleys all the time. So there's kind of been like a couple of different strategies, but they've been quick games.
The meta is definitely galleys because you want to go around and snipe fish, and so I think that fires is not, if you're in the same age, like it's not going to work against the galleys. I think that the player who has the better build order here often gets like the early advantage because it's quite a special build. So we'll see if did they know about each other's home maps before they played each other, or do they just tell each other right whenever they start playing?
They know, but they only had like probably a day at the most. Like depending on how the scheduling worked out, they might have had like possibly like 2 or 3 days to know the home maps, but it was not very much time at all. Now they did know what the player chose in the group stage for the home maps, but they also got to change those one time after the group stage. And I can tell you that Nutcracker, I think, had this as their home map for the whole tournament. And I think Buddy had Arabia as his home map for the whole tournament. So, guys, I'm at like a minute 26 already. If we want to get...
Okay, let me get there.
Looks like there's not too much
Khmer
happening.
is a really weird pick for this map. You really shouldn't be farming.
Yeah, Khmer is a bit odd. I don't know really. Well, maybe for the quick up times without the...
That's about it, right?
stuff,
It's like not needing the buildings to click up.
Yeah.
But, okay, I'm at a minute 27.
I'm at a minute 26.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Dravidian should be really strong here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dravidians feels
yeah,
good.
because of the pop space plus like the extra wood when you click up, like it should be really, really good.
They also are much farther away than the other times I've seen Water Nomad played in this tournament.
Yeah, there was a couple where the
They're
TCs were
actually
really
far.
close. I'll tell you, the other thing that was really interesting was Nutcracker. I think it was Nutcracker. He had like the whole map scouted within like 3 minutes, and then his opponent in at least 2 of the games like didn't even scout the TC. So like it just seemed like he knew he needed to get docks up, get galleys out, and like that was the play for him. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what we see from him. And the one game that he lost, if I'm thinking of this correctly, and this is the player who chose this this map, he lost to fast fire, like early fire ships, like really, really early fire ships.
Is Britain bonus good here? You mean taking the sheep faster? It might be okay.
Yeah, there are lots of sheep,
But I think
guess.
I think there's better civs to play here, like Malay, but they're super fast uptime. Lithuanians, I think. Well, they used to be really good. I guess since they changed their bonus, it's a bit different with the free food. But I think there's some civs that are a bit better, I think, than Britain's on this map.
Japanese, probably real strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On just a nomad map with real strong
Vikings.
fishing ships. Yeah, Vikings as well. Vikings, if you can get to a later part of the game, even like just Castle Age with the Vikings, you probably win most of these with just their unique unit.
I don't know how I feel about Khmer. I think you could pull off a pretty fun build if you really knew what you were doing.
It just doesn't feel good on water. It feels like it's going to be a water game, right? And it's just like ugh.
Their eco bonuses just don't help a lot here, other than like being able to pick up earlier.
And Nutcracker's up 2 vills.
So I just think there's better civs to play.
But Buddy up first. 12. Whoa. Okay, 12 vil up. Is that a thing?
Yes.
I mean, I think that's a little bit nice to be Khmer there.
If he can get
I guess
galleys
you got
out
the
from
buildings
this,
the same, so.
then this looks great, actually. I mean, I don't know if he knows. He does know where the TC is.
We did save wood from not having to put down a lumber camp, and we are saving stone or wood from not having to put down a mining camp. So actually, kind of nice for the Khmer build here, anyways.
It'll be really tight though. He's not going to be like. I mean, he'll barely be able to afford a second dock. which you're gonna really want to if you're gonna play galley versus galley. He'll be able to put it down now. It'll just be a lot tighter for him on eco to be able to produce constantly out of 2 docks.
Yeah, and this actually might come down to some galley micro, which is something that, you know, a player who plays Water Nomad a lot probably does a lot more than somebody who doesn't. So we might see some fighting on the water here that makes a difference.
Official noob, I don't know, because they only have a 7-second idle TC difference, and they have the same number of fishing ships.
Well, it was 20 seconds difference, so that's 1 bill. I don't know what the
How
heck.
different was their TC difference? I thought they went up very similar.
Yeah, it had to be that, and then probably Loom. One's probably got Loom in
I
there.
mean,
let's see.
He only has one. Okay, his other dock is
Yeah.
way in the back. I hate that, honestly. Like he needs to have it forward.
Yeah, that's like a fishing dock, right?
Dravidian player
Yeah.
skip Loom. That makes sense.
Yeah, guys, if you hear growling, it's this little fucker. Sorry.
Okay.
It's just Jow.
So galley v galley, and we're gonna have the blacksmith immediately for Dravidian. So we're gonna be able to click clutching. I mean, I like Dravidian's position a lot better here.
And Dravidian's is like walling in his wood line really nicely, which I like. You know, one of the things that I love to do on this map is get a demo into a wood line and kill like 7 villagers. Those are always fun.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, I honestly, Jow, I don't like the walling in because I want to see.
The demos, yeah.
So,
I mean, fletching is in. Like now, Khmer can never take a fight. I really don't like the build here.
I feel like last time, Jow, that we watched the Nutcracker game on Water Nomad, it was just complete dominance.
Well, see, that's
like,
what...
I don't...
Jared, I'm pretty sure I watched him play 2 times on this map. Where one time he absolutely dominated, and then the next time, I think he was the one who lost to the fire ships early, and it was like a 15-minute game. But that group was so crazy, man. I don't even know. Like, I can't... I literally have to be watching the games back to even remember, like, who did what. Yeah, Jade, hopefully we'll get some demos at some point in this matchup, but for right now, just kind of meta galley fights.
I mean, Red needs to group all his galleys together. Like, splitting them up like this is bad.
Yeah, he can't ever take a fight, right? He's going to lose.
Yeah, he's going to go try to find damage, like, on the wood line, so he might be able to snipe a couple of vills, but, I mean, you kind of want to keep them together so that you can take a fight against the blue galleys.
The reaction...
Especially when you have better upgrades.
Reaction from blue, though, he you know, jumps everybody into the TC.
We want demos.
Yeah, really.
We want... I'll be honest, Water Nomad is nothing without demos, in my opinion.
3 dock production now, though, for Nutcracker. He's going to get to this mass very quickly as long as he doesn't lose these forward ones.
This could be a big snowball. I mean, we still don't even have fletching on the Khmer player, so it's really... I think one fight might just decide this game.
Yep, and here they all come together now, and it will be 9 galleys with fletching against 8 galleys without.
Whoever Nutcracker is, I swear, yeah, this happened the last time I saw them. It just play this map so incredibly well.
Just fight.
Yep.
Micro, yeah. Run away, blue. He's got to not...
Now, how about a demo popping out of one of these docks right about now, you know? Ooh.
I would like it. I would not complain.
Mike, it only takes like 4 or 5 heavy demos to kill a TC. I've never killed one with just straight regular demo rafts before, so I couldn't tell you, but... I feel like you'd have to be in a big lead for that to
Fire ships now queued up from the Khmer player. I don't like that. I think you just...
And that's even worse, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's okay, like, if you get fletching, and then you have them to tank a little bit of, like, the arrow shots, but because you can never take a head-on fight until you get that upgrade, like, it's... I'm not really sure what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, and if you're already behind in the numbers, and this is gonna... Oh, this is... He clicked back, and he's not gonna see it. He's gonna lose 5 or 6 for free there.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, all those dead. Picking off fishing ships on the front. And I hope we do at least get to see a demo ship at some point in this game now that this is
now we're getting fletching.
getting out of
I
hand a
love that.
little bit.
Now we get fletching for our single galley.
For our fire ships, right?
Yeah.
So the reason, guys, that fire ships is not the greatest counter, you might think, oh, fire ships counter galleys. Well, not in these numbers. It's like trying to fight crossbow with small number of knights, right? Like,
well, I mean, what you want with galleys or with fire galleys is timing. Like you either want position or timing. If you can get a surround with fire ships on galleys, then that's like the ideal position. But you need quite a big mass of them, or you want to get up to castle age faster, because castle age fire galleys will wreck feudal galleys. But you just need either the timing or the position, and we just have like neither right now.
I think it needs to be said that Nutcracker queued 2 trade cogs and then unqueued them, but I was really excited for a second.
We got in the chat Yamcha shouting out, he should just give up water and go to land. Clear, obvious win for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna find all these fishing ship
the only win condition for the Khmer players.
Yeah,
actually.
find an island somewhere.
Get off this map is the only win condition.
I mean, sadly, I think it's pretty over. Like, that's the thing about Water Nomad, is that, like, if it's not even in feudal, it's usually just GG.
And this is what we've seen with this map. I mean, it hasn't created necessarily the best games. They've been fun to watch, but they're quick. I mean, it's like, it happens, and if it gets to the snowball, it's like over.
If you're not prepared for it, then it's one of those that's really specialized.
Imagine a demo shot on all these water buffalo. Please, Nutcracker, give us what we want.
Demos.
Yeah,
we've been housed for quite a while.
Yeah.
Okay, we just built the house for the first time in a while. But yeah, we can just get on this wood line now. Really just run around to the back of the wood line if we want. And idle his entire economy at that point. Yeah, he did lose a dock to feudal galleys also, so that was a lot of time wasted by Nutcracker, but...
Ooh, this tower.
Tower's just...
R.I.P.
Yeah, this is the GG moment. It should be. Just pick off the vills, pick off the ships. He's actually overkilling these fire ships by a lot, I think.
Someone please... Seba, why are you saying that? You're moving on to the next stage.
Seba, man, how crazy is this? Like, the 2 underdogs who barely even made it into the quarters and then had tough quarterfinal games. Both of them had tough quarterfinals. Maybe the extra games and, like, you know, staying in shape was a benefit to these guys. I mean, this game is definitely over, guys. I almost say let's fast forward. I hate to fast forward a semifinal game, but, like, I can't even imagine any scenario where blue gets back
as soon
to
as
this.
I think as soon as Dravidians hits Castle Age, like, we'll see Khmer
Yeah, we get the
GG.
GG call. I think so too. Who is Nutcracker?
Somebody that plays Water Nomad. That's all I know. All I know is that they know how to play Water Nomad.
I actually do not know who I think Nutcracker is. I'll have to go back and look at all the games, but I don't have a really good guess for Nutcracker, I don't think. Let me look at my board. Yeah, Nutcracker's the one who lost to Santa Claus. Santa Claus only beat one person in the whole tournament, and it was this guy who is going to go up 2-0 on possibly the way to the final here. So we're about 20 seconds away from that Castle Age. Another dock going down to feudal galleys. There's a market going up for a buddy who's thinking, hey, maybe I can get the Castle Age first.
Oh, I fast forwarded.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming it's done. I can't really imagine anything else happening. Combat, what's up, buddy? Hey, if you know something, man, tell us. You know, if you got the inside scoop, man, you gotta let us know. This is how we're saving money. All right, so there's the GG, and okay, so same thing for this one, guys. If you're buddy now, you're 6-1 coming into the semifinal. You've just lost 2 in a row. You lost on your own home map. You lost on this crazy home map. You're going into game 3 on a random map. I mean, are you just freaked out? Or like, what do you have to do in this situation if you're Buddy?
I think you just have to, be smart about what civ you pick on the next map, and then, play something that you feel really, really confident in, and just try to play your best game. I mean, reverse sweeps happen all the time. It's not out of the, but I think that you have to feel comfortable, like in what you're doing in your decision making.
Okay, in the chat, Combat says Koalolo is a water nomad player, so that's a thank you, Combat, because that's a good piece of information. I haven't seen Koalolo play very much. So that could make a lot of sense, guys.
Yeah,
that could make a lot of sense there. Told Jao that if he plays water nomad,
unless Combat is debating all of us.
No, I don't think Combat would do that. That's true. Oh, he did say that when he recommended it. He did say that he would do water nomad stuff. Okay, so good chance that Nutcracker could be Koalolo, which means that there's a good chance that if this is Koalolo, he could be in the final.
Wow.
And he was, I don't think he was one of the higher rated players coming into this thing, so that would be a definite huge upset. And guys, we're going to get into game 3. This could be, this could be a double sweep, and it could also be a double upset sweep.
Azure has belief in Buddy. Recently watching the movie Elf has given him a little bit more belief. And I think Elf is really all about belief, so well done, Azure. You're really taking that movie to heart.
And we can tell you that game 3 will be on Arena. And it's going to be Turks and Britons. And I can tell you that...
Ew. Never mind.
Yeah, it's not a lot of, goofy, clown stuff for those two civs, is there? I mean, it's like Fast Imp versus, Defend.
I feel very trapped between two clowns right now, actually. I will say that.
We're just a regular clown car, JR. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I would love to see some booming. I'm okay with booming. Let's get both players up to 140 villas and have a good old fight.
Guys, let's go.
Oh yeah, someone who picks Turks is definitely gonna boom. Let me tell you.
Let's go to minute 5. Just because we're not gonna likely get anything crazy in the beginning of an arena game. I do see Buddy pushing some good deer. Looks like Nutcracker doing the same. But likely won't see stuff start to develop in this one for a little bit later. So we'll go to minute 5 and start from there.
Okay, I'm at 5 right now.
Alright, perfect.
I am also at 5.
Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Jade, I know we've never seen it before. Turks on Arena. What an off-meta pick, am I right? Truly shocking.
I'm going to think right now that both of these guys are not arena players.
Ban Buddy the Elf. Ban Buddy the
Elf. They say go away, having some scout play here. Nutcracker says gay. Yes, I think I hate Britons even more than I would hate Turks on arena.
Well, I mean,
honestly,
they're pretty good
hateable civs.
Yeah, I think it's it's not a bad pick versus Turks, especially if you expect an all-in fast imp hand cannon bombard cannon play, which is the meta. I think Britain's crossbow can do really good against that if they stay in Castle Age. So it's not a bad pick.
How do those deal with the bombard cannons though?
Well, you have extra range on your
true, yeah.
On your crossbow, and especially if you can get a castle age or a castle up and get longbow, then you just
Longbows actually do surprisingly well into BBC. It'll be fun to see if that's actually happens, but they are expensive though. Surprisingly expensive longbows.
Mike says Buddy's base is much better. He does have a little more space there, doesn't he?
Well, everything is forward for Britons. I mean, both of our goals and our berries.
Yeah, I mean, it's too bad we didn't know this already, but like a Trush or something aggressive on the Nutcracker would have been almost devastating. I mean, you're right. There's no resource in the back of his base at all.
Honestly, if it is like a fast imp hand cannon, bombard cannon play, Britons can also just play full knights. I think the problem that players make when they see that fast imp is that they're like, oh shit, I gotta go up to imp 2. And then they spend all of their res and market magic to get to imp, and then they have no military to counter the hand cannons. So if you just like stay in Castle Age and play that extended Castle Age and clear up all of the hand cannons, then the bombard cannons are completely defenseless. You can kill all of those, and then Turks are usually on 50 vills at that point, and you can just win. But so it's if that is what happens, like really like the point decision making that Britons needs to make is to stay into Castle Age.
And that does look like
it's scary. You lose a part of your base like when all of that happens, but you just have to remember like they have no eco behind this.
And it looks like that's what we're gonna get, guys, because we're 28 vills, or excuse me, 25 vills, and up.
Yeah, 25. So. That's kind of. I would assume that it would be a couple more vills, correct?
Nah, you'll probably
going for it because getting on it. If they're gonna go castle forward.
I don't know if we'll go castle forward,
no,
but it'll be fast.
It wouldn't be castle forward.
Yeah, just fast.
It would be fast imp into hand cannon, bombard cannon. If that is
workshop in archer range, at home.
No, you would put a second TC on stone and get a castle up, and then try to go knights behind. That's what I would do.
Guys, a little chat in there.
For the Turk player. Turk player. I'm saying, would production be at home or forwards area?
At home, at home. If it's a fast imp play, it would definitely be at home.
Yeah, maybe you add buildings later on once you get some control forward, but yeah, you make everything at home. Mass up a little.
That's what I thought too. I thought it was like 27. I didn't think it was 27. I thought it was like 27, 28 for a FEMP for Turks. But that's why
this doesn't look like a FEMP, honestly. It's too early unless he's just got a god build here.
I mean, I think that's what he's doing. He had the 4 farms down really fast. Like, I'd be surprised if this was anything but a FEMP. It might not be the best build for it, but I think that's what he's going for. It's definitely going to be a fast castle. He's dropping the 2 buildings right away.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say earlier. This feels really way too fast for a Turk FEMP. Like 25 is, I don't know how you would ever do that.
It could be, but he might sell his stone if he's not thinking about castle.
Well, he's getting a barrack, so it's not a FEMP. This is just light cav or something. I don't know what this is actually, because he went market blacksmith.
Yeah, the barracks is a little strange. I mean, you do need a barracks to get your ranges anyways, but ideally you do that after you've clicked.
Britons is on stone, so this looks like actually a castle drop. And we're housed at home. I hope he figures that out before he hits Castle Age.
Yeah, he's got to, because he has these vills. Yeah, he's not going to. It doesn't look like it.
What is this build? It's very strange from Turks.
I'm very confused.
Troller says it looks like a simp, a slow imp.
It's definitely not a fast imp. Like, a barracks here is really weird. Like, if you're gonna play light cav, then you should have made barracks blacksmith stable.
Yeah, it's definitely not light cav.
I agree, Timber. Well, it could be light cav. They could drop a stable right now. And there is a stable. Yeah,
okay.
Light cav is, they get it upgrade for free. So
why did he? Oh my god.
Yeah, but why go market then? Like, you don't need that. I don't know.
For a cheap build.
No, I'll tell you why he went. Okay, I'll tell you why he went market, because he didn't have the barracks yet. Like, he would have had to build the barracks and the stable to get the 2 buildings, and he only had the wood for the 2 buildings. He didn't have enough wood for 3
Yeah, you're
buildings.
supposed to build the barracks when you're on the way up to Castle Age. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go 2 TC longbows, it seems, from Britain.
This chat is hilarious. I'm sorry, guys. Buddy the Elf says, I'm using MS Paint build. Nutcracker says, I'm scared of your timing. Yeah.
Well, the score gives it away. Like, with a Fast Tempest score would be way lower.
And 3 TCs for the Britain player, and it will be just a castle added somewhere along the lines here.
I hate to say it. I think this is just a bad build.
I think he got caught halfway between a Fast Imp and like a Scouts play or something. Because you're right, like what you wouldn't go 25 for Scouts.
Well, we're going Scouts. We also haven't even put down a monastery. So
yeah, I don't know the play here. It feels like Britain's is doing
now
what they
long
want
holding
more.
stone? What in the world? Now we're long holding? What is happening?
That's a good point, Ezra. It's a good point.
I'm blaming
sorry,
you
what?
exclusively for this.
I just think that these are not arena players. Like, so I think both of them like don't really know what they're doing here.
I mean, what Turks should be doing is adding a monastery and picking
right.
up all the relics because we have map control.
Right.
And so, but instead we've added 3 TC instead because why add the stable if you're not going to pick up the relics? Like, Britain's is just booming. You got to know that by now.
I mean, he has stopped Nutcracker from picking up the relics. Of course, we know that Nutcracker is not intending on picking up the relics at all.
Hoagie, that would be a scary 1v1 to see.
Me versus myself on
myself included. Yeah, I don't want to play against myself on arena. I would definitely lose.
See, these are the types of games where if you just did something different, like just some kind of rush, some kind of like pressure, I think you would like completely screw up what the other person is trying to do. It's really hard to do in arena, but that's why those strats are so like fun. I mean, at this point, it's just like Britain's longbow, right? Like,
yeah, help Arb, help longbow, but I don't know. I don't like if Turks is just booming, you kind of don't want that, right? Like, because they can just get to like Cav Archer Hussar, and it's gonna be a bit of an issue.
Sure, Hussar would be a problem.
Hussar best unit. Hussar best unit. Just saying. Potentially.
Well, definitely for Turks because it's all they can make against Arb.
Yeah.
And they get it for free, so you might as well.
I don't know that I've ever seen somebody have map control for so long without going for relics. This is interesting.
Yeah, never even a thought. I mean, no monastery, nothing.
4 TC from Britain's now. Okay, this is a big
why not?
test.
Why not? Go 5. I mean, you have no pressure on you.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're right. I think
you obviously don't care about relics. I mean,
and the reason my stomach kind of turned when I saw these civs is because I'm thinking like, oh god, if the Britain player is going to win this game, it's going to be like a campy, like they're going to have 200 pop and then just slowly like build out from there. And that's what I don't want to see.
I don't know. I think that, yeah, Britain's is always super tough to push. Longbow can be really difficult to deal with if he has Halbout in front. I mean, he's going to have a really big eco if he can continue to produce out of all of these TCs.
And I'm interested to see how quickly this Vil count gets out of hand, too, because we're 1 TC up? Yeah, 1 TC up. But we already had a Vil lead in anyways, so... Castle on the gold out front for Buddy the Elf. Buddy trying to desperately keep himself in this tournament. He'd only lost 1 game in the entire group stage. Got a bye into the semifinals.
Dear Buddy, please put down a monastery. I would like just be so happy.
He's even got the relic right next to the castle, and like you can
just do
like
it.
Shouting at you.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty bad from Turks. Like, they got to do something. I mean, the one thing that they do have is siege ram, so that helps a little bit versus like Britain's in the long game. But I don't know. They're just gonna fall really behind right now. The eco is a mess too.
Hey.
We're putting the monastery in the least protected possible.
It's not good.
Least protected and furthest away from every relic.
No, come on.
Okay, so Buddy the Elf did not go to monk school, confirmed, and Britain guy is Boomer Extraordinaire, confirmed. 5th TC being added.
We're going 5 TC. I think that's a mistake. You don't really need that.
And 4th being added by Buddy.
It's beautiful.
So TC's being popped up everywhere.
Like the thing is, it's like, well, he doesn't know this, right? But if you're gonna be 5 TC booming, like you're expecting your opponent to pick up all the relics, which in this case he's not. But if once your opponent picks up all relics, like Turks, like they need gold, and like you don't want to. You're on a timer when that happens, so you really don't want to add like 5, 6 TCs and like delay your imp time like a ton. But obviously that's not happening here. So maybe this is like the most 5-head move in the world.
Yeah, he's just kind of
you would.
He's just like blindly hoping that your opponent's not doing what he could be doing, right?
Yeah. You would expect yourself to be on a timer if you were Britain's here, I think.
Nutcracker is
if
the
you
most
were
lucky person I've ever met, potentially.
Oh, Scout snuck in then back out. Longbowmen are created already.
Yeah, I wouldn't run those out there when there's Turks light cap on the field.
Yeah, and he does think twice about it, but they're aggroing again.
Britain's wants another castle out, but I don't think he's going to be able to place it forward. Not unless he has something, some spears or...
Yeah, we do need some spears, and we don't have a barracks, so... I'm gonna have to make some units at some time from Nutcracker here.
Okay, he's gonna go forward.
We have 4 light caps. This actually could be denied. Oh, it should be.
Oh, God.
What is happening?
Wall,
May
quick wall.
very well be
Oh, no.
denied.
Oh,
And he's already clicked Imp, too, guys, so this is a throw. Like, if he gets another castle and Imp...
It's fine. It's fine. Like, I mean, Turks isn't even clicked up yet.
He only lost...
Close.
He lost 1 Vil, so yeah, that wasn't too bad.
Sure, that's how I feel about this whole game. It's fine.
Yeah.
This has been...
Like,
Wait, look at Buddy. Look at Buddy's villagers in the north. They're just taking trees up there and bringing them back to the TC.
This is a training regiment. These are about to be the Navy SEALs of the Turk Empire.
Okay, so there's one...
Look, Turks is picking up relics. Let's
yeah,
go.
he's getting the relic. There's one thing I didn't talk about, guys, that is a possibility. I didn't talk about it because I didn't think it was a very big possibility. But there is a possibility that these guys, like, undersold their ability in the group stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, they sandbagged a little bit.
On purpose?
Yes. Only in the...
I don't think... You give these players way too much credit, Zhao. Like... I really don't think we're thinking on that many levels here.
Well, the only reason I say that is because Nutcracker lost to Santa Claus in a weird set and could have possibly known that they were already through. Like,
if you're good enough to throw games, I don't think you're 1200.
If
you're good enough to purposefully sandbag yourself, I don't think you're 1200.
Maybe everybody has their high elo cousin playing for them because they're playing for $1,200 now.
True. Yeah, that's true. We didn't have a way to like make sure that you're actually sitting at the computer playing for yourself. But that's why I invited only the people that I invited. So we're not at the mercy of these scammers.
Will the monk snatch the relic?
Can we get a yoink?
The long one?
Can we get a yoink? Oh.
No, he's thinking at it.
Just
He's thinking about it. Oh no!
Praying. No, stop praying and run!
Convert.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh no!
Doesn't it supposed to auto convert, right? It's supposed to auto aggro.
No.
When it gets shot.
It heals now.
It's never. Now, Zhao just is saying what he wants it to.
No. I mean, when they get hit, when they get shot, they absolutely, if they get attacked, they auto convert the thing that attacks them. Absolutely.
Wake up from your dream, Zhao. Wake up from your dream. That's not a thing.
I think that's a thing. So you're telling me when
I know it's what you want.
If a scout, if a scout starts attacking you, you don't start automatically converting it?
On scouts you do.
You do everything.
Not on every unit you do?
Yes, if you get attacked, you automatically aggro to that unit and try and yes.
I know scouts?
I'm telling you guys, like...
Actually, I don't know, Joe.
You can, debate me about a monk thing all you want, but I'm telling you, this is how it works.
I just love the fact that Zhao is, no matter what, just wants the buffs back for his monkas.
What buffs?
Okay, so let's see what's
Buffs.
going on here. We have 2 more TCs coming
Yeah,
out.
this is just
from
TC
Britain.
TC heaven for the Britain player.
Oh my god. It's a TC rush with a bunch of crossbow. We're going to be up against Hussar.
Hussar and Cavalier. Why the hell are you making Cavalier? I guess Cavalier's not bad, yeah, I guess, but it is going to be just one, pikeman will clear. I do like the castles out on the map for Buddy. He's thinking about some map control, but whose trebs are going to get out first? We don't have any trebs coming.
I would always kind of open help here instead of, but, because I think it takes a little bit of time.
Why don't we have siege from anybody? Like, we got to imp and nobody's making a treb, nobody's making a bombard cannon.
Yeah. I guess when I said I wanted 140 vills and then everybody to just go crazy, this is not what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I said that. This is not what I wanted.
Buddy's doing a good job. He's got his +4 defense coming in. There's not a whole lot of pike out yet. If he can catch this Arb army, there's a chance he might be able to get him.
Oh, now we're going Janissaries.
That is terrible. That is a terrible choice.
And not only that, but we queued 20 of them at the same time. And now we've idled our castles for trebs, which we're going to need. If we're not going to put...
Cav archers there.
Like, why not siege bombard cannon? Like, where is your siege workshop? You've done nothing that Turks do well here. Except
you
for
want
the
siege
Hussar.
ram, I think.
We want siege workshops, please. Bum, bum.
Yeah, I still think Mike is Scrooge, guys. I think one of these could be bricks, though. That could be.
Scrooge
But
make bricks.
I got to double check Mike, though, because I gave Mike Scrooge really quickly. And I did watch those games back, and I still think they're very like Mike-esque games. But there's also been a couple other things that were done that were very Mike-esque in this tournament. So, is this like 12 TCs now?
Turks is really confused. Now they're going Cavalier.
And
at least I'm also confused. So that's good.
10 TCs from the Britain player. 10.
That's a wild one. This is something.
So even if they lose their entire eco, they can get them back in what, like 5 minutes?
It's a bit much.
It's a bit much. Agreed.
It's a bit much.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And out come the trebs from the Britain player, and the Turks just doesn't have anything to deal with a treb. Somehow.
Yes, it does. It does hurt. I like having high vil numbers, but you have to have high vil numbers, like purposeful high vil numbers, and not overbuilding TCs.
We also have 44 ARB with no ballistics.
No ballistics.
Yeah. I've been watching that ballistics button for a while.
We also have no armor, which isn't the biggest deal, but with the Hussar, it could make a little difference. And actually, Sarah, is Janissary Hussar, does that not win? That wins here, doesn't it?
No, it really shouldn't. If we have enough halb, it should never win.
Dude, Buddy Elf, what in the world? What's happening? What are we doing?
Yeah, wow, 3k, and we're gonna lose the treb there cheaply.
It was 4,500 before they queued 17 Cavalier. Oh my, like.
Well, that's the position you want to be in for Turks, right? Is have a ton of gold.
I mean, yeah. If you're making units, that's cool.
Well, and he's not under pressure really. They're both at 200 units. Yeoman coming in, plate armor coming in.
This TC, the TC crawl from the Britain player is amazing.
Like the ARB should have more range than the Janissaries, right?
Yeah, 6+4 on the ARBs. Only 8. So 10 to 8. But I'm just thinking, like, if you have enough Hussar to run out in front, then the Janissaries can range those.
He's going skirms. No.
Timber, please stop rooting on Turk skirms. This is why
that's not.
What's wrong with the Age of Empires 2 community?
Come on, man! Don't go skirms. Come on, man.
Oh, it just is so bad. I can't even.
This is right now. This is what's happening. This is Buddy the Elf has seen these arbs, and he does not believe that they're really Santa. And he's going to tell Santa that he's sitting on a throne of lies. With these non-upgraded skirms.
Oh my.
And yeah,
oh, no.
still no ballistic though.
Oh no.
Oh, we do have ballistics now, so ballistics came in, and this should be it. This should be Nutcracker 3-0. This is unfreaking believable, man. Double sweep for both of the underdogs. Unreal.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, can you guys see a way that the Turks win this from this point?
No, I mean, unless they mass like 100 light cav like somewhere, then it's not gonna happen.
And they're not even making light cav. You know, they're Cavalier is the choice, and Cavalier is even worse than light cav when you're fighting 60 arb.
Maybe if you can send all your capture ram, somehow take all the aggro, like, and you do have a 60 Cavalier, maybe? I don't know.
You need a huge mass of light cav with a bunch of siege rams.
Yeah, yeah.
He only grabbed 3 of the relics, so like it's not even like he's sitting here with 5 relics this entire time.
Yeah, they just is no, don't take this fight ever.
Yeah, no Turk bombard cannons in the whole fight. No hand cannons in the whole fight. You know, he decided to make Janissaries and produce them out of 2 castles instead of making, you know, hand cannons out of 100.
Mike, if this is you, I'm unsubbing to your channel. Just saying.
And Halb out now to deal with the Cav and Siege. And yeah, this is just, we're just slowly waiting for this game to be over.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, at this point, it's really, really hard for Turks.
200 pop, and we'll never be off of it.
Actually bringing their bill count down. That's actually very well played from them.
Yeah.
Bringing their bill count down now to make room for more army. Still having a really good res float. Really strong, actually, this late game from Nutcracker.
And wow, so guys, it's gonna be Nutcracker and Ralphie. 2 guys who, after the group stage, couldn't have felt like they were the, you know, the more than likely players to meet in a final. But I gotta tell you, I could not be more happy with how that turned out, because I was kind of dreading having like a Arabia versus Arabia, because those were the 2. Remember, Kevin and Buddy were the 2 Arabia guys who were super strong. Hernix, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Hernix, I have a little fan theory that Hernix thinks that somebody else is playing for somebody else.
I mean,
and he was the one that said that comment earlier.
I mean, I've called out Hernix for that player, you know, for Kevin for a long time. But it's just like, you know, I think Sarum said it. Like, we've watched all the games. There's no player in here that's like, you know, way better than everybody. Nobody's playing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, nobody's doing any kind of crazy stuff.
Nobody's playing significantly above where they should be, based on what I've seen, right?
Right.
That would be the best way to tell.
And, you know, like I think I've said this several times in the tournament, guys. This was an invite-only tournament. I did not open this up for anybody to join, specifically because of the hidden aspect of it. You know, not necessarily the worrying about the money, because I didn't even know there'd be money involved in it yet. You know, I thought it would just be like a little bit that I put in. But yeah, you know, these are only invited people, so I'm not worried at all about like somebody, you know, cheating or anything like that. These are people that I might not have known before this, but if I didn't know them, they came well recommended. Majority of them I do know well, so I don't think we're in a danger of any of that stuff. Right now, it's just.
I don't know if I've ever seen this many Turk skirms built, Joe. In my life.
And I don't think they took a single life in their.
No.
Buddy is just desperately, you know, he's probably just thinking like, did I actually just lose this thing 3-0? I can't believe it. That's right, Jack. I did my background checks.
There are 134 HAL being
Well, here's a good little fight here. I mean, this is a nice round, but I think the Arbor's still going to win, right?
Well, I mean, Britain's is floating 1,300 gold and 4,500 food, so...
And they're on 200 pop, so they can just replace this forever. I'm pretty sure...
Somehow the Turk players only got 3 relics, by the way.
Jade, I'm like 99% sure that I know who Telly is. Telly and Mike are the two that I think I know, like, really, really, really well. And I think Mike was Scrooge, and I think Telly is Gizmo. Telly, you're Gizmo, dude. There's only one person I know who would play a game high enough to take his 2 monk building villagers forward in feudal age instead of castle age. And that is you.
Wait, he still won that game. He still won that game.
Yeah, what's your point?
I mean, he played well enough to win it, even though making a horrific mistake. Is that a Telly move?
Could be for sure. Hang on, there was some chat, JR. I wanted to see what these guys just said in chat here. Oh, not looking good for whom? For me. Okay. So he's just delaying the GG call. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I mean, the score is over double now.
All right, let's fast forward, guys. I'm going to go 8 times fast forward. Maybe there'll be something goofy that happens. Probably not. 136 bills. And this is like meme, let's see how many skirmishers I can make without killing anything now. I love that combat. I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude. It is kind of fun watching the skirm die this fast.
They don't kill a single one.
GG, good luck in the final. You're very strong. There it is. Guys, I cannot believe it, man. 3-0, 3 zeros for the 2 underdogs. This is like if you had, like, you know, Tato and Doubt beaten Viper and Hera in the semifinals of the Hidden Cup. Crazy.
So we think Koalalo could be Nutcracker, right? That's the potential.
That's what we're thinking because of the home map pick. Combat says that he is a big water nomad player, so Nutcracker is Koalolo. Okay, so Mike says it is for sure.
All right.
Let's one quick peek at our APM again.
Can't wait for Mike to pay us money when we guess him.
Mike actually, yeah, Mike is committed to $150 actually if both us and chat guesses who Mike is. So guys, absolutely crazy sets. I can't believe that just happened.
I'm so excited for Sunday, Jow. I'm also so excited for the analysis and going through all the games and talking about the potentials of who everybody is and kind of getting more deep into that. I think it's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah, so real quick, I'll get you guys out of here and then I'll kind of sign off. But yeah, guys in chat, JR and Serums have been not only helping me out casting, but Serums, you know, donating to the prize pool. JR helping me out with like little things here and there, just messaging me, hey, you forgot to do this, or hey, you should probably do this. It's been really helpful to have you guys as well as a bunch of other people helping me out too. But a big shout out to you guys on Sunday. I will probably start just like whenever I wake up and I'm kind of like ready to go. So if you guys are ever around on Sunday, feel free to you know, shoot me a message and say you want to come in and cast a little bit or just talk a little bit. It's a revolving door for us on Sunday. You guys are free to come and go as you please. So thank you for being here today. And I look forward to seeing you guys again Sunday.
GG's.
All
Thanks,
right.
Jow.
GG's. See you, Joe. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Sarah.
So big shout out to JR and Serums. If you guys don't already follow them, go give them a follow. They're two great streamers. Serums often streaming her 1v1s. She's like 1400 now, so getting up there in ELO. I've been watching her since she was a lowly 1K back in the days, so it's really fun to watch her progress. And then same with JR. JR has actually played like I think almost every single 1v1 he's ever played on stream, going from like 800 to like I think he's around 13 or 1400 now too. So we'll probably end up watching them play each other on the ladder here pretty soon. But yeah, I do have a little bit of stuff to go over before we go, so we're not going to go just yet. I think I'm going to turn on our Hidden Cup anthem. We can have that kind of playing in the background. Again, shout out to Al Koldner for making all this awesome AoE music for us. But yeah, guys, we got a final set now. It's the Nutcracker, and it is Ralphie Parker. So the two favorites going down. I said I would love to get to $1,500 for the prize pool since we're already up here at like $1,388 if we guess Mike. So I'd love to get like $120 more in the prize pool. If anybody feels like donating, we would appreciate that very much. Even if that doesn't happen, guys, though, there's a huge prize pool. I will come back with yeah, sorry, Movable Elf didn't quite make it. He was close. On Sunday, though, when I come back, I will have the prize breakdown, and anything given above and beyond that, I think I'm just going to throw to first and second place winners. So I'll know exactly how much the Fool Me bounties are for. I'll know how much the third place game is for. Oh, also a reminder, that's not it for Buddy the Elf. He's in a third place game against Kevin McAllister, because there's so much money that there's enough money to pay a third place guy. So one more time, the players. Mike, yeah, we did predict that Buddy and Kevin would face each other. We never predicted they'd be in the third place game. But congratulations to both of those guys for making it as far as they did and getting to play in the third place game. But a huge shout out to Ralphie and to Nutcracker. And wow, just thinking too, if Nutcracker is Koalolo, then that's exactly who he requested. He wanted that character. He would have gotten that character. And now he's in the final if that's in fact him. So just looking at our list here, you know, he's in the middle. He's not anywhere near the top end of that stuff. So would be a crazy run for him if that was him there. We saw a lot of beige shouts too. Possibly Hairnooks. Some bricks, even though bricks only at 1073 there. So here we go, guys. Final on this Sunday. I will be going over a bunch of the YouTube videos, which, by the way, if you haven't watched the entire series of Hidden Holiday Cup, just search CapJow on YouTube. You will find me there, and I have uploaded all of the streams. I might even try to like piece together a little recap video if I get some time, which will just be kind of me going over like, you know, this set was 2-3, this set was blah, 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 this is what happened here. And then I'll try and put that on YouTube and make it like maybe like a 20-minute video that'll just condense the whole thing for people that want to catch up. All right, well, I think that is going to be it for me for the night. It was actually a quicker stream than I thought. Having only 6 games, we could have had a possible 10 games there, of course. So only 6, so I do want to raid somebody. Let's see who should be raiding tonight. Here's a person I've never raided before. Let's go raid Hot Mitts. I don't really know much about them. They're playing Age of Empires. Oh, I don't see Hoagie on. I think I just raided Hoagie recently anyways. So we'll raid Hot Mitts and go give him a shout out, guys. Say what's up. Tell him we're playing some hidden Holiday Cup over here. And I will see you guys all on Sunday. I love you. See you next time. Bye.
Hey, thank you so much for the raid. Captain Joe 9. Welcome in, everybody.